I mean, I hope we're on again. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I really love the lady. It's fucking god awful.
Decided to push politics, buried fucking Cody Rhodes, took
Yep.
his spot in the main event in WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, just to have the basically a match against Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, what the fuck?
Dude, get this though, man. The craziest thing ever, and the death threats to his own freaking daughter. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I
I
get
mean,
it.
that's ridiculous too. I mean,
Look at the shirt I'm
I
wearing,
don't think
bro.
Brock
Let's
nor
see the
Ava
shirt I'm
deserve
wearing.
death.
Do y'all see the shirt I'm wearing?
What is it?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Neighborhood.
See what I'm saying? Come on. I mean, we're wrestling fans, man. I mean, seriously. I mean, can we all just be like a little bit like Mr. Fred Rogers? I mean, just a little bit, right? I mean,
And here's the thing, I haven't heard people yell Rocky sucks since 1998.
Mhm.
it's crazy this world we live in, gentlemen. It's freaking crazy or fucking crazy. I forget we can cuss on
I,
here.
yeah, it blows my mind that he literally pushed Cody out of the spotlight to get that. I mean,
And to
I
make
even
and to make it even worse, Cody gave up his spot on SmackDown.
hmm
Oh, I want to finish my story, but it's not going to be at WrestleMania.
hmm
Summer Scam.
Yeah. Boo, WWE,
so
boo.
is he going after Seth Rollins? Since I think he's taking over CM, because I'm dead honest that CM Punk was supposed to go after Seth Rollins, but he
To
got
be
injured.
honest, that should have gone to Damian Priest since he has been carrying that briefcase for almost a fucking year now.
All right.
Mhm.
So this is my guess, and I could be totally wrong on this, and I hope I am. Uh,
It
it,
could
it
be a work.
I think it's a work. Number one, and number two, you, all because Cody and I mean not Cody, but CM Punk got injured, and now you
Mhm.
got Seth Rollins facing Cody on night one. As supposedly night two, it's going to be Cody versus Roman for the titles, and they're going to unify them at WrestleMania on night
To
two.
me, it's the same storyline with Brian. They did with Brian Danielson and Brandy Orton all over again.
Why did
Mhm.
y'all say that? You're the second person to say this. Kelly said it too earlier this week, and Kelly will be back next week. He said, "Thank
I was
God."
watching another show, Wrestle Talk, and they
Wrestle
said the
Talk.
exact same thing. Yeah, they said
Shout
the
out to
exact
Wrestle
same
Talk.
thing. Yeah.
So JD from New York said the same thing.
God, man, I wish I could get rid of this sore throat. Oh, ring the garbage can. That's awesome.
And also, what do you think about Rossi Ogawa from Stardom getting fired from Stardom?
I did not know this.
Yeah,
No.
he basically was accused of poaching talent from Stardom because he wanted to create a new promotion because does not want to work with AEW. And
Wow.
Bushy Rhodes been wanting him to work with AEW for about a couple of years now. Since Bushy Road is also owns New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they wanted to see some of the Stardom talent over in at the Forbidden Door, and he just didn't want to work with AEW. The tennis talent over with AEW. That's why he quit. That's why he got fired.
Wow.
And because the problem is like half the roster of Stardom will probably jump over as new once their contract is Stardom expires, and Julia's is going to be helping out with his new promotion before she goes to WWE.
Yeah, I heard that as well. And what about this new person showing up in NXT with three faces? The only person I can think of is Mick Foley, the three faces of Foley.
His daughter?
It says a man.
Oh, it's a man. Oh,
And I also heard Mick Foley wants to wrestle one last death match for his 60th birthday. And who do you think he's going to pick for his opponent?
Nick fucking Gage.
Or John Moxley?
No, Nick fucking Gage.
What about Jun Kasai?
Nick fucking Gage.
Jun Kasai.
Nah, I think it's gonna be Nick fucking Gage. And I'll tell you the reason why I say Nick Gage. Nick Gage has nothing but dedication in his heart to Mick Foley, Terry Funk, Sabu, all the great deathmatch wrestlers of all time, even Jun Kasai. Um, and that's why I think it's going to be Nick fucking Gage. No, don't get me wrong. I would be mad with Jun Kasai or John Moxley, but I'd be a little disappointed if it wasn't Nick fucking Gage. I'm gonna be honest, because Nick Gage, and you always have to say Nick fucking Gage because you can't just say Nick Gage. That's not how he says his name, and that's not how you introduce him.
Here's the thing, though. I
Introduce the
don't think
man.
Mick wants to work with two blights, though.
I think Mick Foley and Nick Gage would tear the house down.
I think so.
I really do, because Nick Gage will make Mick Foley look like a god in that ring. Now, not saying that Jun Kasai couldn't, and not saying John Moxley couldn't, but Nick Gage will make him look like a god. He
Every
will take
time,
all the beat.
every time I step into my job, when I see barbecue skewers, I think of Jun Kasai.
I think of Masada every time I see barbecue skewers. I don't know why. I think Masada does it a lot better than Jun Kasai. I mean, the crazy monkey, I love him to death, but his thing is biting people, in my opinion.
And also, has anyone heard more about the Vince McMahon scandal, since it's kind of been pushed under the rug thanks to
He's a dirty old man.
I've heard a rumor. I heard a cool rumor. I love the rumor. Y'all want to hear the rumor I heard?
What's up?
Elon Musk is funding it.
Who? That's a new one.
Yeah, I know, right? Ain't
I
that
heard
great?
Maria Canal spoke up about it.
And not only her, I heard a lot of people spoke up about it. One of them being Maria Kanellis, Ronda Rousey. Well, we already knew that one.
Yeah.
Who else spoke up? Sable. Sable spoke up.
Sable?
Sable.
Well, is it in disappointment of her man?
Her original statement came out in 1998. Didn't go into like any trials till 1999, and then 2019, and then now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's rumors there's more women coming forward. Some of them have tales of people, not just Vince McMahon, but people. And the words I'm hearing is Bruce Pritchard, John Laurinaitis.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
I heard John Laurinaitis. I heard Bruce Pritchard. I've heard what's his name? Well, Brock Lesnar, of course.
John Laurinaitis.
Yeah, him, Johnny Ace. Yeah,
People power.
I heard 2 or 3 other people that have yet to be named, but they still work at the WWE for now, and they are looking into the actual allegations on them, and they might be released between now and WrestleMania. Now,
what was one rumor that was it John Laurinaitis' lawyers that's like deeds or something like that on Vince McMahon or something like that going around?
He said he was the victim.
He's not. How can you be a victim whenever you're the one doing the crime?
You know what? I agree.
And my hair. Screw that.
And according to Jim Cornette, he calls bullshit, and so do I.
Yeah.
Me and Corny have a lot have in common with that. And I call bullshit.
All right, I'm gonna say this, and Dave Marquez, I love Dave. He's a great guy. He was just making fun about the Elon Musk thing because Elon Musk is also funding the Mandalorian's front, the lady who got basically fired. Yeah,
Gina.
Yeah, he's funding that. He's like, I got you. So, and he said that it'd be great if Elon Musk was also funding the Vince McMahon trial too. And I was like, that's fucking great, because I mean I know it's not true, but how fucking crazy would that be, right? It'd be fucking hilarious. And then the next year you see WWE's WrestleMania sponsored by Tesla.
Wow.
I mean, come on, who wouldn't love that, right?
Jeez, oh Pete.
All the lighting turns into crazy shit, and obviously there's a big Tesla sign, and Elon Musk is in the middle of the ring saying, "Welcome to WrestleMania, dude." And he's like, "Join me on the next venture for SpaceX."
Now, you think that do you think they're trying to push out Triple H now? Because they're
I,
looking to start cleaning house yet.
I, I don't think he's safe. I really don't. And I will tell you the reason why I don't think he's safe is because he has too much lineage with Vince McMahon, and that's not a good thing, and it's not a
But at the
bad thing. But he has lineage there, and what I mean by that, he's his own son-in-law. Number one. Number two.
Yeah.
Number two. Vince McMahon and him know the business like it's yesterday. You know,
To be honest, I feel bad for Stephanie. I feel bad for Shane.
I feel bad for the whole family except Vince. I feel bad for Linda, Shane,
Oh God, I feel horrible.
Stephanie.
Yeah, I know they're the victims of this too.
Mhm.
I think Triple H
All
is the victim of this too. You remember what Vince did to Triple H? He's the one. He's the
dude,
one who's him and Bruce basically trying to give him that heart attack.
dude. It's
They took away his NXT promotion from him.
Mm-hmm.
the way I look at things and the way other people probably not see it. Like I told y'all before, I'm not going to sit here and point blame at a person because of my past, right? But at the same token, if there's an actual, what's the word I want to look for? Predatory uh, characteristic. And let's be honest, VKM and this whole sex trafficking, sexual assault, sexual allegations, man, there's a lot of predatory contact there. I mean, there's a lot of characteristics that say predatory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look what he did to Trish Stratus on Monday Night Raw live TV.
Yeah, dude, that ain't the only one. What about Tori Wilson? What about Miss Kitty? What about Sable? What about Melina? What
Oh
about
yeah, Melina. Let's see.
Oh,
what
well,
about
Miss Kitty,
Carrie
I don't think
Coon?
she find it too much.
Ashley Massaro.
Yeah, I mean, all these women.
Gail Kim.
Well,
Oh
Gail,
God,
dude, and the crazy part about all this, Gail hadn't said fucking shit except for "told you."
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
don't
all
blame
she
her.
has said.
She
Told
hates Vince McMahon with a passion. She's the one. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have the Knockouts division.
we
Oh yeah.
would, but it wouldn't be as great as it is. You know,
Gil
her and
Kim,
Awesome Kong tore the fucking house down, dude. But without
can we give a round of applause for Gil Kim, please? She is a legend in my opinion.
fuck yeah, we can. Because I mean, let's just be real here for a minute, gentlemen. Gail Kim put the Knockouts division on the fucking
The map,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
especially when they
100%.
brought in Victoria, or what's her name? What was her name in TNA?
Uh, blah, 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 blah. Shit, Victoria. No, Victoria. It was shit.
Go brain fart right now.
She was also great in the Knockouts division.
And beautiful. God, beautiful woman.
I know,
Thank you,
crazy.
Rebel.
She started out as one of the Godfather's.
Did she
Well,
come out? Did she stay out? Did she come out as one of the hoes?
Yeah, she did with the Godfather's hose.
All right, Google time.
Google. I got a tablet right here, gentlemen. Let's see. Let's play the game of a slut roulette, shall we?
Will you stop?
Sorry. Okay, cool. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to clear all that.
Lisa Marie.
Yeah, really, it was Lisa Marie.
Well, it wasn't Lisa Marie in TNA.
Let's see. Varen.
No.
Varen was best known for her time at WWE Entertainment under the name Victoria, where she was a former two-time and in total nonstop under the ring named Tara.
Tara for Tarantula. That's right.
There you go.
Yes. Great lady. Great lady. Now, when I open up my tablet, AEW is excluded from ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery's joint streaming sports service announcement. What the fuck?
Really?
That's what
They've
I
been
just came across.
included?
Dude, that's what I just came across. AEW is excluded from ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery's joint streaming sports service announcement. Sure is.
Well,
They're probably
That's-
going to be on Max, though, more likely.
Fox has WWE, so
Only until next year. Next year it goes over to USA.
well, wait a minute. Next year they're supposed to go to Netflix, ain't it?
That's only for Raw. See,
That's only
the
for Raw.
American look, USA fans are getting fucked here. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because not only you're gonna have to have Netflix, you're gonna have Peacock, and you're gonna have regular fucking cable to get all three of the shows. Because the CW comes on regular cable or regular television, so there's your other fourth one. So you gotta have regular television, Netflix, and you gotta have Peacock so you can watch the fucking pay-per-views, and you gotta have USA so you can watch the fucking SmackDown shows, and the CW because you gotta watch NXT too, right?
That's just
Way too
Ugh.
fucking much, dude. Way too fucking much for WWE. TKO should do something with that. They should put it all on ESPN, in my personal opinion. That way they'll be just like UFC. I'm not trying to call no bullshit on that. I mean, I'm just being real.
it'd be more simplistic, you know.
It would. Like AEW does it right. You get TNT,
Well, the thing is,
you
they're
get
greedy.
TBS,
That's why.
boom, you get
Because
Bleacher
Nick
Report.
Khan's greedy.
Dude, $5 billion to be on Netflix? And let's be honest, dude, there's only like, what, 30.3 million subscribers to Netflix? And half of that's here in the United States. The other half is around the world. So
The only reason why I'm subscribing back to Netflix because of Cobra Kai and a few anime shows, and that's it.
well, listen to this. This is the funny part. This right here's the kicker. They have zero for live streaming. Zero. Raw is going to be the first fucking guinea pig for this fucking clusterfuck. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you.
that's what I was thinking to
So
myself.
basically, WWE, in other words, WWE shot themselves in the foot with this deal.
Dude, not even shot themselves in the foot. It's sort of like, hey, let's play around. Let's play a game of fuck around and find out with money.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being serious.
The good part for me is like, well, I got Netflix and everything, and I get a subscription through Peacock through my cable system, so I got a free subscription to that.
You must
But
have
other
Comcast.
than anything else, like I said, I haven't paid for pay-per-view since '97.
Now I have a question. Are you using Xfinity or are you using Comcast?
I got well, in my area, Xfinity is Comcast. So
Yeah, same here.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what? You're sorry for what?
I'm sorry that you have to deal with Comcast.
Yeah, I mean it's better than fucking MediaCom.
Well, I don't have cable anymore. I use Sling.
I love my Sling subscription. That's how I watch AEW, and I watch TNA through Sling.
I got websites I go to,
and that's the only reason I have Sling, because you use regular basic cable. You get USA, but what does USA have for original programming? I mean, nothing.
Don't they have Yellowstone or something like that, or is that something else?
No, that's on Paramount.
Oh, is that Paramount? Okay, my bad.
Oh yeah, here's some other good news. I found out that in March, you guys like watch MLW, right?
Major League Wrestling, they're on Triller.
Yeah, watch them. And I got some good news. Unagi Sayaka will make her debut in MLW in March at their War Chamber
Yes.
show.
Now let's give some props to the actual heavyweight champion right now, Satoshi Kojima. Everybody, let's give some props to Satoshi.
Oh yes,
right?
I love.
Go after that.
Oh, he's even going to defend that in New Japan Pro Wrestling, from what I heard as well.
Yeah. And he's the MLW champion, and that's actually bridging a big gap. Like it closed a huge gap between MLW and New Japan, because New Japan backed off of them whenever they were doing the Lucha Underground shit. They backed way the fuck off of them.
Well, it's because AAA was doing stuff with that, and New Japan doesn't do stuff with AAA.
Exactly. So and whenever that happened, they backed way off. And whenever they quit doing that, which was it was different. It wasn't great, but it was different. And now we got the bridge of the gapping. We got a bridge now. It ain't a door no more. It's a
We
bridge.
even have AEW working with CMLL now.
Yeah. Now there's was a
One of the
photo of
oldest wrestling promotions on the planet.
there was a photo going around with Alberto Del Rio and was it Jericho or is it Namath?
It's
Going
Nick
around.
Namath. I think it's
Nick
Namath.
Namath, yeah.
Oh yeah, what did you guys think about that match between Nick Namath and Matt Cardona this weekend?
Oh,
Oh
that
shit!
I saw that one. I was like, that
Wow.
was pretty good.
That those GCW pay-per-views were bangers. I even loved that between Bussy and Rina Yamashita.
Oh God, dude.
I loved how they pulled some DDT moves in there as well.
Yeah, Josh is like, here you go, bro. Got table. No,
We get
I
it.
got DNA.
Got door. I got door.
Yeah, we get it. You want to clone Rina Yamashita? I know she's hot, dude, but come on.
Dude, she's a smoking hot lady. Very hot lady. And,
I love her braids too.
Oh, dude.
She's one of my favorite hardcore Joshis. I mean, she's
And a sweet lady. On top of everything else, she is a very
You know
sweet
what?
she
woman.
is the ultraviolet champion of GCW.
I
For a
mean,
reason.
honestly, you look at her in a ring, she looks mean as hell, but you meet her in person, she's so super nice.
I know,
I
man. It's
heard
like
she,
it's like a
I
switch.
heard she is a sweetheart in real life. You know.
Oh
She
yeah.
is. I tell you who else is a nice guy. Blake Christian. That
Yep.
guy, dude, he has it down pat, man. When he's in that ring, he is the ultimate asshole. And as soon as
Yes.
he's out of that ring and he's out there signing autographs and kissing babies and shaking hands, that's
Yep.
the nicest son of a bitch you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah. It's like you want to when he's out in that ring, he knows how to push them buttons, man.
Especially when he's on the microphone too. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Him and I'll tell you another person that's pretty getting good on the microphone, and that's Alec fucking Price. That guy is actually really good on the mic. The Northeast
also,
Beast.
man, but also it's been a crazy. Also, here's another crazy news about it. Apparently the people in I think it's Orange County, Florida, are ready to press the criminal charge against Cash Wheeler.
Yeah, over in Florida.
Yeah, for when he pulled out that gun when he was on the road or something.
He did the Arn Anderson of Arn Andersons.
You pull the gun out and you shoot him dead.
I love that.
Cody did the opposite at WrestleMania, though.
We don't know yet. It hasn't ever been announced yet. Thursday is the press conference. Let's just go with that because there is a it's a lot of heat right now. There's so much heat that it's on fire. Like someone made a fire from fucking Friday night all the way till Tuesday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was nothing but heat. Monday rolled around, it started a fire.
I can't believe the Rock. Well, I don't blame
the Rock's daughter's getting some.
I don't even blame the Rock's daughter for Ava or it's Ava Rain or Simone Johnson, her real name, for deleting her Twitter.
Dude,
I don't blame her one bit. She's just a kid, you know.
Dude, she's in her 20s, and on top of everything else that's going on in the world of wrestling, she had no control of that. No,
that's what I'm saying. It's just not her fault. Like
it's sort of like me, you, and Josh are all in the bar. Josh goes up to a guy, says "fuck you," and throws beer in his face, and then they're looking at us like we did it. That's how. That's what it comes down to. Like instead of being mad at just Josh,
I started a bar fight, and you all fighting, and I just dip.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Oh yeah, man.
I've had that happen.
Yeah, I mean, but you see what I'm saying? It don't make no sense, you know. Like, oh, you came with those guys, so you got to be in on it too. And it's like she's like, dude, that's just my dad. You're like, yeah, but you say you share the same DNA, so it's your fault.
Yep. But yeah,
where's
she been at as of recently? She hasn't wrestled in a while, has she?
She is now the GM of NXT.
Really?
100%. They
I gotta watch NXT now.
she can't wrestle, so they moved her off the. I hate to say that. She needs training, and what I mean training, she needs help.
I
Girl
mean,
needs
the
help. She
PC.
needs
That
help.
just shows you the PC is not everything it is meant to be.
Well, I mean, think about it like this: the PC, the performance center, has
Just
turned out
teaches the
some,
basics of wrestling.
but it has turned out some banger of people. All right, look, you've had people come in that performance center had no training whatsoever, none. You had Patrick Clark, aka Velveteen Dream, who had 3 wrestling matches under his belt before he joined the performance center. 3.
Well, he was an indie wrestler before he joined the PC.
He had 3 wrestling matches before he joined the WWE. 3.
Mhm.
In the Indies, he had 3 wrestling
He
matches.
wrestled Orange Cassidy. I know that.
3 wrestling matches under his belt before he joined the WWE. Number 1. Another one, Tyler Breeze, indie wrestler, had almost like a handful of matches on the Indies and then went to the WWE. Boom, big star. Enzo Amore had zero indie flair.
Yeah.
Banger of a person. Great top-notch charisma guy.
Yeah.
As far as wrestling goes, a little bit of desire.
After seeing him at the best of the Super Years, he wasn't bad. He killed it.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's good. He's good. He's not main event caliber, even though he thinks he
He's
is.
more of a talker.
He
than
does
he
need
is
to
a-
make a comeback.
He actually
does.
better talker than he is a wrestler.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. He is, dude. He is a complete
His
microphone
promos
killer.
are just like, is this guy on like Adderall or something?
Dude, he's like on cocaine 24/7, bro. When he gets a
Like,
microphone, he's like, I drop F-bombs, and I'm not talking about the you know what, because I got a bunch of dimes.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows. You know, and another person,
I'm sure his nose never knows.
Big Bill. Big Bill. Another guy come out of the performance center with no training.
Look at him now. He's now a current tag.
Charlotte Flair, that's another one.
Well, Charlotte Flair also was trained by her dad. So
Yeah.
you know.
But honestly, did she wrestle outside of WWE?
No, she didn't.
So
Neither did Sasha Banks. Neither did Bailey. Bailey had an actual. She actually wrestled on the Indies in Florida, but it wasn't to the what I'm talking about. It
He
wasn't
wrestled
a
in
year.
Shimmer, if I'm correct.
Yeah, but she didn't have the accolades such as like Bryan Danielson or Seth Rollins or Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen rather, and a lot of other people that came to the performance center. Shinsuke Nakamura being another. All these people I'm naming had actual training before they went to NXT.
Oh yeah, here's the other thing though. I found out that the former NWA Women's Champion, Camille, turned down WWE when they offered her an NXT
Yes.
contract.
And I don't blame her because she's better than NXT and way better than most of the roster.
So
NXT.
she decided to went over to TK.
Yeah, you can't blame her for that because she's gonna make the AEW women's roster a lot better, and she's gonna be training a lot of those women.
She worked. I mean, especially with Serena, you got the Deeb there, the woman of 1,000 holds there.
There's 3 major women right now, actually 4, if I'm being honest with you, 4 major women right now in AEW that can fucking go. Actually, 5. I thought about it. 5. All right, I'm gonna start with number 1. Number 1 being Mercedes Martinez. She is a great trainer. Number 2, Serena Deeb, another great trainer. Then you have Madison Rayne, who is also another great trainer. Number 4 has to be Saraya. She works her ass off and she trains. And number 5, hands down, has to be the Virtuosa.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Has to be. Those are the best trainers in wrestling right now. And every single one of them can train women. Number 6, if you want to be honest, would be Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, but she got her own school and everything. So
yes.
I mean, you guys see that? I actually saw that video clip of her giving a taste of Mia Khalifa, the taste of wrestling reality. La mera.
Dude, she's an amazing woman. An amazing woman.
I even loved her taco
vlogs. Yes.
Yeah.
I even loved it when she did it with Danhausen. That was just I laughed my ass off during that entire. Or when she did it with the murder hawk monster, Lance
Okay.
Archer.
Speaking of Danhausen, do you know who he was trained by?
Who?
Shit. I heard this too, and right now it's stumping me.
It's a bunch of hoopla, is what it is. It's a bunch of hoopla.
Al Snow?
Nope.
Oh. Go ahead, tell me.
Well, you know, it's all about the truth, and the truth will set you free. Welcome to the House of Truth. Truth Martini. Truth Martini, man. Truth Martini.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
I really want to see Danhausen more on AEW television. We don't see him much on television.
Me and Kelly talked a little bit yesterday, the day before yesterday. I was looking at the alumni for the House of Truth Pro Wrestling School, and Jimmy Jacobs is there, one of the trainers. Alex Shelley, another one. Danhausen, Mike Elgin. We're not going to talk about that one. Tenacious Z, Zach Gowen. T.D. Thomas. Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson.
I love Juice Robinson.
So that right there is your major guys right there. That's the major ones. Now, there are a couple of other people that are on there that I'm like, I don't know who the hell they are. And I still don't for real. But to be in the alumni, I'm guessing that they had to work in the, they had to be like trainers and stuff like that as well. They said, meet just a few of our proud accomplished graduates. So Jimmy Jacobs, Alex Shelley, Danhausen, Mike Elgin, Juice Robinson, Zach Gowen, and T.D. Thomas. All those gentlemen right there, all the gentlemen I just named, had to be trained by yours truly, Truth Martini. And I would love to get Truth on here to talk about, because he retired as a professional wrestler. He retired as a referee. He retired as everything. He's done with the professional wrestling stuff. He's done. And but he still trains people. The HOT, the House of Truth, and I think it was like $5,000 if I'm not mistaken. Training. I think it's like 5,000, 2,500, something like that. I could be lying to you.
I think from Correct Globe, like when I was looking at Harley Race's wrestling school, was like about $2,000 or $3,000 if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at right now how to enroll. House of Truth payment options, $3,000. That's it. Full payment discount if you pay it all in front, $2,500. That's it. That ain't bad. That is not really.
Harley Race.
That's like school tuition right there.
Yeah, but think about it though. You're getting trained by one of the greatest managers in independent wrestling. And notice I said independent wrestling because he never made it to the big times. And I'm gonna be honest. I think he was overlooked by a lot of companies because of his size and his physique. But whenever he talks on the microphone, that voice of his, man, makes you just understand automatically. You know what I'm saying?
Just want to make an announcement. We got 4 people watching on YouTube right now.
We have what?
We got 4 people watching on YouTube.
That's what's up, dude. That is what's up. I love it. I love it.
Hey, if you guys got any questions, go in the chat room. Submit some questions
and also please like.
That's for one session. No. Not one session. Not one session. That's for the whole class. Like the whole class is $2,500.
No, that's pretty damn good. Well, Harley Race is like, wait a minute. Didn't Harley Race pass away?
Yeah, Harley Race.
He passed away in 2019.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say is like who the heck's running this class?
And the crazy thing is, I don't know how much Scott Armstrong is charging here in Mobile, but I'm pretty sure it's nowhere near as good as House of Truth, in my personal opinion. Who is Scott Armstrong put out? And I'm not dissing Scott at all. I love the Armstrong family, but he is something to be desired in a wrestling ring. I watched him wrestle here in Mobile so much, man, and he's a good independent wrestler, I should say. He's a great referee. He's a great referee, 100% great referee. But as an actual wrestler, something to be desired. But
Mhm.
not saying anything bad about the man. I just don't see him putting out people like Alex Shelley or Danhausen or Jimmy Jacobs.
They should be cursed.
Yes, or even Juice Robinson, Rock Hard. I don't see him putting out people like
Rock
that.
hard.
Yeah. We have 3 comments. Who's the 3rd comment? I don't see it. Did they go away?
I don't see the third one. I see my girl's on. Hey, baby.
Yeah, I see your woman. Yeah, and well, she was asking questions and I answered them. But I don't see him putting out anybody here in the Gulf Coast that can be on that same level. Fuego del Sol is probably the closest one to be from here, and he didn't get trained by Scott Armstrong. He got trained in lucha libre and not here.
Tamale con salsa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so I'm guessing all 3 of us are on what the viewers, and then your woman's the 4th one. So
Oh, you're okay. I'm watching as well. So
I may have
yeah,
told a few people.
that's what I was saying. I mean, that's how I got it. What's up? What's up? Am I all the majestic beards on tonight? Yeah, this one's not here yet. It's.
Hey, Ergo, what's up, man?
I don't
what's
see
going
nobody.
on?
What? Who?
And you're that's my buddy
Oh.
from Mongolia right there.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
The
That is what's
Mongolian
up.
beast.
And
Yeah.
vintage vitamin.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
The
And
Mongolian beast from the motherfucking east.
Oh, vintage vitamin J. That's
jacket
not
here,
true.
and
I'm an old friend of Josh's. Oh, okay. What's going
Vintage
on?
vitamin J.
yes, yes, yes. What's up? What's
Is
up?
that uh vintage vitamin? Is that Justin or country?
It's country. Country. Big country. I guess it's
Yeah.
big country.
Yeah.
The guy from Bama.
That's how I got his nickname.
Bama. I'm from Bama. Hey, Bama. What's up, Bama? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, like Ergo's in this
Oh, it's
wrestling
country.
chat
Yep.
group I'm in.
But
We
the
talk
thing,
we talk about he's also we talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling in our group a lot.
So, welcome to the show. So,
I hate Bama. I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I live in Bama. Sad.
Bam fan,
Bama
I live
fan,
in
I live in
Phoenix, to
Phoenix.
AEW tomorrow. Dude,
Uh,
and Vintage
nice,
Vitamin
bro.
J, I'm so jealous. I
Nice.
hope you enjoy it, my
So,
brother.
so next week on Tuesday night at 9:30, send Josh a thing so he can call you and then we can discuss how your trip was at AEW. 100%, because I really want to know. I'm really seriously wanting to know because people are really saying that the decline of the fans being in attendance again, and I'm just curious on what you think and what you see. And I want a first, what is it called? A first person report that's going to be there. That'll be
Yeah.
epic. So yes, I would appreciate that very much if
Do
you're
you-
up for that.
Here's the thing, though. Do you think Mercedes Moné and Kazuchika Okada will put the butts in the seats in AEW?
No,
No, unfortunately, no. Maybe Okada a little bit because they're gonna have some good ass matches, but
all right.
like I said, it's just
It's a lot of hate, man. There's so much hate there. There's
right
so
now.
much hate.
It's you know what it is it's honestly I think the Bucks kind of messed it all up. I think really in honesty, it's like the elite kind of messed it all up.
Yeah, too many
And
belts. I agree with the too many belts thing. There's a belt for everything. You got ROH titles, you have AEW titles, you have a New Japan titles, and then you actually add a new title at the last pay per view you had. My God, man,
yeah,
how
and
many
it's
more
like
titles do you need? I mean, you got an Atlantic.
you got the you got the heavyweight, you got the international, you got your
The Atlantic,
Triple Crown.
the Triple Crown.
yeah, the Triple Crown, which is the Ring of Honor, the New Japan Strong, and the Continental
Continental Championship.
Championship. Yeah, which is, I'm sorry, that has got to be the worst.
I like the belt design though, but I
The
understand
design
why
looks like
they
it looks like a checkerboard, man. It looks like a king version of a checker. It really does.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it at all. I think it's a great design of the belt.
Yeah. Then at the same time, they're also having title matches with the ROH titles. I'm like, keep that titles on ROH.
Yeah, and you got the 6-man tags,
Hmm.
the tag teams, 2 women's titles. Uh, did I miss one? Oh yeah, a pure championship, a television championship, uh, 2 world titles.
Yeah.
What else
Yeah,
am
they
I
should keep
missing?
it all the Ring of Honor championships on Ring of Honor. I understand.
But
Yeah.
they're not though. That's the problem. More outrunners, dude. I'm gonna agree with you on that. I love those 80 sons of bitches. I love them. They are jacked. There is nobody more jacked than those guys. 100%
I like how
more
they're
outrunners. What's that, Phil?
I like how they kind of a throwback to kind of a parody of the Blade Runners with Sting and the Ultimate Warrior.
I was gonna go way worse than that. They remind me of the Fantastic Dudes, Shane Douglas and Johnny Ace, with the
Well, you
shitty
could have got.
sunglasses and the fanny packs.
I'm
Come on,
glad you
man.
didn't say the Rock and Roll Express or the Midnight Express because that'd be insult to them right there, dude.
If you want to go that route, they do look like the Beverly Brothers.
Oh, what do you guys think of
Golden Beverly.
that other like what is it called? What's like they used to be known as Bear Country. Now they're
I love Bear Country, man. And
Iron Savages.
they got their the new fitness guy with them.
Iron Savages, where they're
Yeah, the
basically
Iron
like,
Savages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
I
I
like
think that's
those
great.
guys. They're hilarious.
Dude, and they can go. And they can fucking go. And it was
They
really,
they
really
have a
sad.
classic tag team feel to them. That's what I like about it. I think they should get more push. You know, they have a lot of potential.
They
Oh
remind
yeah.
me of the 80s Barbarian and Warlord.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
But the thing is, those 2 big guys, you had one of them lose the hook. You had Bear Bronson lose the hook.
Yes,
Oh.
that is true.
So that's what really basically I think killed that whole momentum. This guy's a monster, and then Hook goes in there and 30 seconds later wins the match, and I was like, what? And the crowd went completely apeshit for that. And I was like,
Or that one guy that was like basically the reincarnation of what's that guy who used to wave around the chain back in the day with the
Hercules?
scars on
Bruiser Brody.
Bruiser Brody.
Hercules too. Hercules did it
Yeah.
too.
But no, Bruiser Brody, and it's like I can't think of the name right now. And they put him with Marshall's group.
Oh, he's about to do with the big ass arms, like he had the Ultimate Warrior look.
Yeah, it's like he had the big ass hair. He looked like Bruiser Brody.
Nick something. Nick Content. Nick
Colorado. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I agree. I agree, man. Because
They should have pushed him more.
yeah, but Taz at least looked like he could beat the shit out of anyone, regardless of his size. 100% true because Taz had the physique of a linebacker being 5'5". Nobody wanted to fuck with that man. Hell, whenever I seen him show up in ECW and do this, I was like, that's terrible. And then he just suplexed everybody and then stands back up and goes, like he didn't give a fuck. It was like, what the hell? Now, the booking in AEW is shitty.
Yes.
I'm not trying to knock it. I mean, it's shitty. It's no storyline, no storyline.
I think they're
Random
getting better
bullshit.
though with storylines. So
Random bullshit. Storyline that don't go nowhere. Storyline that, it's got a lot of hype, and it's a big fucking letdown.
Yeah.
And
I those things are getting better though.
no. The best storyline going right now is Swerve and Adam Page. That's
yeah, I give it that.
And that happens tomorrow night, and he's gonna get a hell of a show. And then whoever wins that match faces Samoa Joe. And when I'm thinking this is just me hypothetically thinking. Joe's going to interfere. He hadn't interfered in the last 2 weeks, but I think this week he's going to interfere. Cost them both the title, be a double disqualification, and he faces them at Revolution in a 3-way match. I call him
Good story right there.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right there.
Good story right there. Just like all three of them going at it.
And Joe walks out with a
crap at each
championship,
other.
looking after his prey after he already demolished them. Walks out with a championship, and everybody's chanting Joe, Joe, Joe at the end of the night. After you see Sting's farewell match, I think it'll be a banger. But I don't think Sting should be the main event. Now and I'm gonna be honest on that. I don't think Sting should be the main event.
They're putting Sting as the main event.
That's what I've heard. I don't know how true this rumor is, but I don't think he should be the main event.
No,
I think it should be like mid.
Second to the last.
I wouldn't even go second to last. I'm gonna tell you who I put second to last. And y'all are gonna hate this because tomorrow night he's gonna win the tag team titles, and Tony Storm is the best for women's storylines. I agree, but
it's hilarious, especially like the storyline between her and Deonna Purrazzo.
Should be the next. That should be the runner up to the main event.
True to the story. I mean, they both have matching duck tattoos.
Yes.
Or she says tattoos.
And the human duplex machine Taz.
Human duplex. Own a lot of buildings.
Yeah, he owns a lot of buildings, man. And Tony Schiavone and what's his name from Ring of Honor? Riccaboni. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And wow, Tony, you lost a lot of weight, and you look a lot younger. That's what she did whenever Riccaboni was there. Like she ribbed the shit out of Tony. And then when he showed up last week, she goes, "God, you're hideous. What did you do?"
Oh my God! Some of the stuff she does with RG City as well.
Honestly,
RG City dude is
the best commentary.
RG City. I even watch his Sunday morning show. Hey EW, it's a really good show. I even love how Danhausen torments the hell out of him.
Oh yeah, all the time. But the best commentary is is when you get straight from the streaming service when they go cut the commercial, because when you're watching it live, all you see is like the commercial and the wrestling in the background. But when you go from the streaming service, you hear them commentating in between, and it's the most hilarious stuff they come up with.
Man. They're just ribbing.
They just rib each other the whole entire time.
Picture.
Man, and to be honest, though, I mean, AEW has some of the best wrestling on the planet. I'm not knocking that at all. If you want wrestling, AEW is where your money's at. The next best wrestling promotion is TNA, hands down. But yeah, WWE is hot right now, and
I think AEW will bounce back from this. The audience will come back eventually.
Yeah. NXT is depressing. NXT is, and I hate to say this, and people are probably going to kill me for saying this. NXT is what developmental is done wrong. And I hate to say that. It's true. I mean, name 3 wrestlers that came from NXT. Look, there's some people on NXT that are great. Roxanne, Carmelo Hayes, Isla.
Roxanne was great before she was NXT.
Yeah, she was great in the Ring of Honor. Everybody knows that. And then you have Braun Breaker, which is a phenomenal athlete by himself. And then you got the watered down has-been whatever trash that they left behind from the main roster. And I'm talking about Baron Corbin or Boring Corbin. And I would love for him to come out here and defend himself. Dude, they won the Dusty Cup. Him and Braun won the Dusty Cup. Yay.
What?
Yeah.
Yep, they won the Dusty.
Oh my! And they came out
the Dusty. I'm gonna call it the Dusty. I like that. The Dusty. I like that.
American badass. I was just like,
I know Baron Corbin was in the NFL. Nobody cares. That's a fun fact.
And also forgot that Braun Breaker was also an NFL reject as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Braun Breaker is also.
He also was trained by his father and his uncle.
Yeah, Braun Breaker is a phenomenal athlete, hands down. The man is like he is what Mojo Rawley wished he was.
Yeah, I could definitely see a little bit of like. I wonder if he's a good mathematician like his uncle is.
Dude. Corbin can have all these accolades. He's the person who retired Kurt Angle. He is the only. He was the first person to not be able to cash in the briefcase. He
Baron Corbin.
yeah. I mean, he got dropped by JBL. Let's talk about all these other shit
He
hell
couldn't.
things he did.
If I'm
But you know
correct,
what?
JBL
He's
was the one who
good
said
heel.
he couldn't polish a turd.
Corbin
But
has
you know
no
what?
away
Honestly,
heat. He has
he's a
never
good.
was heat.
I give Corbin this. He's a good wrestler, and he can perform as a good heel. I mean, you get out there and it's like you just say his name, and everybody's like, boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Even if they turn him face, I think he would get booed. That's sad. That's 100% sadly.
Will not work.
It's terrible, man. It's god awful.
Yeah.
And another thing that's god awful is you can ask Josh on how I root for wrestlers that annoy people. All right. So do y'all remember the better
Yes.
the Rhino guy? What was his name?
Rhino?
Dempsey, something Dempsey, Bull Dempsey. Remember that fucking guy from NXT?
Bull Dempsey.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that guy? I was in the crowd. I don't know if I told y'all this.
I'll tell you what was one of the worst gimmicks.
Oh my god, dude!
I find it hilarious.
He was a Rhino reject, man. It was like we can't get Rhino right now, so what can this guy do? Oh, he does Rhino moves.
What was the character that with Jake with Business and Gravy?
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Every time it was if I'm correct, it was one of the Good Brothers. It was Doc Gallows' original character.
Oh, the Festus thing.
Festus.
Hey, dude, Festus got over, bro. Jesse, not so much. Festus got over like a motherfucker.
Dang!
When that bell hit, dude, he got
He
retard
looked like a guy
screaming.
with Down syndrome.
Dude, I wish they would have made the tag team between him and Nick Dinsmore. I'm sorry, Eugene. Eugene and Festus would have been epic. They'd be like the Special Olympic tag team. That's what they should have named it too. The SOT. The SOT.
I know was it Matt Cardona and the other guy
Brian Hawkins.
Brian Hawkins. They always mess with him, and they put like Festus action figures in his boots every time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they did that in TNA. They did it in WWE too. He hated that. He thought it sucked.
Doug Gallows.
Yeah. He hated the Festus gimmick.
He
thought
did
they
it
were,
well though. I just can't help but laugh every time he worked him. Like, ah! It was like Hulk's.
Believe it or not, man, I've met Danny Doring, and where was it at? It was somewhere in Florida. I want to say it's St. Petersburg, and he was actually a real prick.
Who?
Danny Doring. But in all fairness to Danny Doring, he was a heel. So, and he was like coming through the crowd at the end of the show trying to get to his rental car, and everybody was like asking him for autographs. He's like, "Look, I just work here. Leave me the fuck alone." And I was like,
"Oh,
fuck you too, guy." You know, and everybody's like just backed off of him and let him walk out. And he looked at all of us and he said, "That's more fucking like it." And he left. And I was like, "What a prick! What a fucking prick!" But now think about it, looking back on it,
you missed out on a Danny Doring and an Amish roadkill tag run.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it, dude. I love the Amish chicken plucker. I'm a big fan of roadkill. I love the whole goatee thing and looking in the camera like he's fucking insane. Yeah, dude. I mean,
me and my buddy, we went to go see ECW in Gary, Indiana, and it's like he was there, and everybody's like saying, "You F sheep, you F sheep." He's like,
wow.
He's like going around. He's like, no. Then he grabbed the ropes and he turned to everybody. He's like, yeah.
I love roadkill, man. Great guy, man. One of the funniest characters in ECW, in my opinion. One of the most
roadkill.
Underrated wrestlers.
Chicken plucker.
Is he still around? Like, does he do anything anymore?
He goes to conventions like signing autographs from what I've seen.
Dude. And now What about the Marty Jannetty thing? Let's talk about that real quick. Marty Jannetty had to amputate his leg.
Oh my god, I feel bad for this
Really?
guy. This guy cannot not get a fucking break, man.
Yeah, he talked about that. Believe it or not, dude. Yeah, he told that story. Yeah, that was
I
insane,
got the photo somewhere. I still got the photo somewhere.
dude. And believe it or not, though, Jimmy Wayne Yang is a big country music fan, a huge country music fan.
Oh, I believe it. What do you
Dude,
think of his daughter Jazzy though? She's a badass in the ring.
dude, and she can go, bro, like legit go.
I
But
even watched her do that all women's NWA Empower pay-per-view.
which they're
Which-
bringing
which-
it back in OVW, dude. How you feel about that?
I love it. I even loved when she teamed up with Miranda Gordy, Terry Gordy's
Yes,
the fabulous Free Babes,
yes, all three
Really?
of them. It was her, him, it was them two, and it was
and
one
Hollywood
more.
Haley something.
Yeah. But I'm gonna end this hour here, gentlemen. So don't go nowhere. Boom, that's done. And we're gonna save that as this week and stuff. Yay, done. Boom. And we're gonna go and do the next one, and we're gonna continue. Here we go.
All right.
That was quick, wasn't it?
Hour number 2.
Hour number
It's
2 of
going.
12. We got 12 hours tonight, gentlemen. We're doing the WrestleMania podcast right now. Is what we're doing.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
What we got
god.
to do is do a live. No, we got to do is a live reaction.
Oh man, we gotta do that. We gotta do
We
that.
all go live and just like watch it.
That would be epic.
Oh
All
yeah.
three
So
of
what
us.
do you guys think about what Evil did to the never open weight title? He spray painted it all black.
Evil was crazy, dude. It reminded me of the old NWO heavyweight title whenever Hulk Hogan sprayed NWO on it.
Evil. He also. I can't believe I think last time I heard he was dating EO.
Io Shirai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I could see it. Yeah.
I can't heart your comment, bro. That sucks.
I saw it.
I know, but I'm trying to hide it, and they won't let me hide it. Fucking
Oh,
sucks.
highlight it. You mean?
No, I can highlight the fuck out of it. I can put it down here. I can put the pin on it. I can like put it in like a pin message.
Eugene.
You know what? He is now a moderator.
Ooh.
Ta-da. Where's your woman? She's gonna be a moderator now too. She don't even know it yet. Yeah, there you go.
I
Boom.
subscribe to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Football season takes control of my house. Plus, can't follow the
Okay.
show. Okay.
Yeah, it don't make any sense. I agree. I agree. I know you're here, Phil. You're not being a moderator. You're not a moderator. You're here. We're not moderators. Unless you want to be a moderator. You want to be a moderator, Phil? Here you can have.
There's Vitamin. I like the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. I actually have that belt.
There you go, Phil. Make you special.
Here we go.
Vitamin. Look what I got.
Yeah.
I
Hey
know.
man, give me a
That
sledgehammer.
was
Give me a
is-
sledgehammer and a shillelagh. I can.
That is just wrong.
No,
But
it ain't.
I give it
Great.
credit. That was pretty cool. That was pretty ballsy of David Finley to do that.
It really was, man, and I applaud him for doing that. It was amazing. I think
He is. I think a lot of people don't give him credit because some people still see him as Switchblade Mike Junior.
Yes, I activated your what powers?
He activated my demon powers.
Yes, I did. Yes, you're now a demon. Yes. No, you're not the Iron Demon. You're now the Bronze Demon. How about that? Because the Iron Demon is Shane Mercer.
My buddy says
Hey,
that
Doug.
badass, man.
DC Dub.
Yeah, I love GCW, man. I'm a big fan of the global. I'm sorry.
I like
Game
the
Changers.
second gear crew too.
SGC, dude. When it first originated, it was just 3 members. It was one called Manders, and it was Mance Warner and Matthew Justice. And
Mhm.
then it got bigger. Then they added Bussy to it, and then it got even bigger, and they added other people.
Remember when they became? I loved it when him and when they formed that tag team, the Second Gear Bussy.
Yeah, Second Gear Bussy, and then you had Team Insane Clown Bussy, and they
The
had
one called
George
Manders. He's
Brown.
actually a pretty cool dude too.
Who?
The one called Manders.
Oh,
He's
dude,
a
he's
pretty cool
amazing,
dude too.
man.
I got to talk with him for a little while too.
I was even impressed with the stuff that Mance did when he was in MLW as well.
Huh? Huh?
MLW.
Huh? That's what he does, man. Huh? And he's the Southern psychopath, the Southern psycho, Mance Warner. Dude, I remember him being in Combat Zone Wrestling, wearing cowboy boots and no shirt with a bandana wrapped around his neck,
Mm.
and cut off jean shorts like John Cena. Amazing, amazing man. Just awesome.
Hardcore shit right there, dude.
Yes. You live close to Hammerstone? What? That's awesome. That is awesome. Dude, I
Oh, that's
wanted
pretty
see.
cool.
There's a guy here in the Gulf Coast called Brimstone, and I'll try to pitch the whole fight, dude. Brimstone versus Hammerstone, the fight for the stones, right? And it never came to fruition here, but I think it would have
I've
been a
actually
great fight.
seen a friend of mine actually saw Hammerstone wrestling in Ocean Springs, not far from where I live, at the Civic Center. It was for a local indie promotion where he was wrestling against Vladimir Koloff.
AWA.
Yeah, AWA.
Oof.
That's where SingFit wrestles as well, and Gato.
Yeah, I think if I'm correct, he was Alex Hammerstone was at the GCW show this past weekend.
Yeah,
He was
I
pretty
like
good.
Hammerstone, man. I'll tell you another person I'm impressed with, and Josh got to see him in person, and that's Josh Bishop.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you guys think about that
He
match
was a
between
big dude. Big dude.
him and his Zilla and Jacob Fatu tag teaming together?
That's nasty.
Yeah, that Josh dude. He's that is Psycho Sid reborn. That
I
is Psycho
know.
Sid reborn.
Yes, and he's really
He
good
gave me a
friends.
high five and damn near broke my wrist.
And he's really good friends with Tom Lawler too.
Oh, I
And-
believe it.
Yeah, and Tom Lawler is probably one of the best wrestlers that isn't signed to a major company right now, in my opinion. I love the Filthy one. I am so down with the Filthy Tom
Filthy
Lawler.
Tom Lawler's pretty good too.
I know him and the whole Filthy bunch, the whole Filthy crew, the
Team
whole
Filthy's
Filthy
great.
crew. Team Filthy is
I
amazing.
won't let go.
Dude,
I
they're
will
great.
take your soul.
Really, really, bro. Yeah, there are several shows here in Mobile, man. We got um yeah, he is a joint manipulator wrestler. He's also a former UFC fighter as well, or MMA fighter, I would say. Um, but there are several wrestling promotions here in Mobile. You have DCW, you have the AWF, the AWA, uh, Gulf Coast Wrestling, which is also part of here in Mobile and Mississippi, where you're from, Phil. And oh yeah, give us Lawler versus Pete Dunne, dude, that'd be amazing. Because I thought Lawler was going to beat Yuta at the Ring of Honor final battle. I was so rooting for Tom Lawler to beat Yuta. God, that'd have been so great, so great. But it didn't happen.
What indie independent shows we got around here? Warrior Wrestling is one I can name offhand around the Chicagoland area. Well, that's mostly Midwest. They tour around Wisconsin, Michigan, and they go down to about St. Louis and Indianapolis.
Right.
Whatever pro wrestling. There's a couple promotions that Pro Wrestling Tees promotes.
Oh, and I forgot one too, man. Outlaw Wrestling Society is a new one that started with Josh Payne. And did you see the thing I tagged you in, Phil?
Well, I mean on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say something. I deactivated my Facebook.
What?
It's just temporary. I'm just taking a hiatus on Facebook, because
Oh, I know you ain't got to explain it because you're getting hound
Yeah.
dog.
harassed by this hacker and
EW.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one.
So
What
I'm
about
just kind of laying
AIW?
low until I'm just kind of laying low until
It blows over.
yeah.
I got you. But what about AIW, Josh? Are they part of the Chicago promotions?
No, well, my buddy just commented AAW. AIW, I have not heard of them
Okay. I think
because there's quite a few little mom and there's a couple of promotions around the area, and it's like I'm trying to think of names right now, and I'm probably gonna have to dig into my list later, and next show I'll bust out a couple more promotions in the area.
Hey, and if you can become friends with any of like the promoters, man, get them on here so we can talk about them and talk bad about them, I should say.
I know a comic book shop owner. I know his son is going into professional wrestling. So
Oh, you know what's crazy? That there's even
Yeah.
a comic book that one wrestler that got. It was during that summer, the one that supposedly sexually harassed women
Which
as
one?
part of his gimmick.
Oh, you're talking about Joey
can
Ryan?
it be a little bit more
I'm thinking
specific?
Joey
Yeah,
Ryan.
Ryan actually had
Oh
his
yeah,
own
I'm
comic
big in
book.
Japan. That was
Huh?
a comic book that he had. It was called "I'm Big in Japan."
Joey Ryan.
Yeah, dude, he had all kinds of merch, man. He had
He
socks.
did wrestle DDT for what I saw as well.
He had socks, man. He had underwear. What else was there? It was sweatbands.
He did wrestle at Lucha Underground for what I heard.
Yeah,
Yes, I did get. Yes, I did get a chair from Balls Mahoney.
at an IWA match.
Yes, IWA came to Hammond, Indiana. Uh, that was a night that Ian Rotten yelled at everybody that about not disrespecting the women wrestlers.
Ooh.
And Ian Rotten, Balls. It was Balls Mahoney and Ian Rotten. I think it was the main
Dude, IWA Mid South.
And
One of my favorite matches for IWA Mid South was that match between CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero.
yeah,
Good match.
and I got the chair from that match. I don't have it anymore. It was long. It was like, oh Jesus Christ, this had to have been almost 20 years ago now.
Wow.
I
chair would be
lost the
worth
chair
some
for
money,
the
bro.
movie.
That chair would be worth some money right now, bro. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Now I do have a
IWA
question.
Japan has some pretty good bangers too, for what I heard.
Yeah. Well, Phil, we have another IWA here in Alabama called IWA Deep South.
Mhm.
It's a thing. They had the Carnage Cup.
The Carnage Cup.
That I think that explains enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they
basically,
had,
the comic is like the Crockett Cup, except 10 times more brutal and bloody.
yeah.
Now is Ian Ryan's IWA Mid South, is that still going?
I think it is. I think IWA still rolls.
They go on and off a lot. They say they're retiring, canceling it, but next thing you know, they have a lot of controversy or whatever too. Despite the great, they have good wrestling matches.
Yeah, IWA has a lot of controversy and they go off and on, and so does C4. And I think C4 is the Midwest as well, if I'm not mistaken, Midwest and Northeast. Like it's all in that whole little dip there. So, and I think Evil Uno wrestled at C4, Pentagon, uh, Ray Phoenix. I think everybody's wrestled in C4. Oh, you have a friend who lives in Daphne, bro? That's what's up. I'm like,
I miss
30 minutes away
Daphne.
from Daphne.
I had a friend of mine that saw her live stream that night when she offed herself.
Oh,
Well, we're talking about a city, not that Daphne.
Hey man, that broke my heart when I found out she passed away.
Yeah.
yeah.
A buddy of mine met her, and she said he even told her it's like at a convention or something like that, and he's like, he went up there and said, "You're my type of crazy woman."
She probably laughed
What did
at
she
me.
say?
She said, "Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart."
Oh yeah. So what do you guys think about the IWGP Women's Championship at New Beginning on? It's going to be Mayu Iwatani versus Mina Shirakawa defending it against Mina Shirakawa.
I think Shirakawa should go over on that match.
I agree, man. Shirakawa is so over. She's funny. She's hilarious.
And she's
can go. Sexy, beautiful. Plus, she does it for the boobas.
Inoki's rolling in his grave. Man, Inoki had a vision. And the vision was New Japan was supposed to take over the world in 2019. And it almost happened. It really almost fucking happened.
Then AEW happened.
No. COVID happened. AEW was number 3 in 2019. And I'm gonna be honest. It was WWE, NJPW, then AEW. COVID happened here in America because we're all spoiled little bitch fans. We're all little fucking assholes. We are. I mean, hell, look what we're doing to fucking The Rock's daughter, for fuck's sake. And then when that happened, they cut down 90% of everything in New Japan. 90% of that shit was done. They wouldn't have any matches. They wouldn't have any shows. They wouldn't bring.
And also, Hanakimura died.
Yeah, and they didn't bring anybody in. They didn't bring anybody out. I mean, it was just done, dude. And then 2020 hit. Like, I mean, it was like the end of 2020, the beginning of 2021. We're allowing fans to come back into the ring for Wrestle Kingdom. And it was a travesty. There was nobody there. And then 2022, I think it was like 20, and then it was like 12,000 fans. And then last year it was like 24. And then this year it was like 48,000. So, I mean, it's slowly building its way back up. But whenever COVID hit, man, it destroyed the NJPW fan base. It shattered it in pieces. And I'm not trying to knock on New Japan for that, but Antonio Inoki had a master plan, and it almost came to fruition up until COVID happened. And everybody's like, well, like you said, AEW happened. AEW took off in 2020 when there was no crowd. And everybody was watching AEW versus NXT because it was a better product.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the COVID era left, people were not tuning in anymore because it was, they thought it was all right. It's done. It's over with. It was great when they had no fans.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they have less fans in attendance, like WCW did back in the day on its last 2 years of running, but besides that fact, AEW has a better track record with wrestling, not storylines, but with wrestling. WCW didn't have any wrestling in 2000 or 2001. It was Viagra on a pole matches. It was Judy Bagwell on a pole match. It was this person versus this person in a handicap ladder dog collar match because I said so.
Mm-hmm.
Made no sense.
These were on a pole match.
Everything had to be on a pole. Everything.
Yep.
It made you wonder what was
the Polka Doom.
What Vince Russo was thinking.
Like he just said, the WCW heavyweight title changed 27 times in 2000. True story. Because it was like whoever was over at that moment, they got the title. Whoever held it the longest, I mean, they changed it so many times. They're trying to find out who was the most over at that time. They'll try.
Crazy. Unagi Sayaka is actually doing the same thing Asuka's done. She's wrestling from promotion to promotion. Also, kind of like what Matt Cardona is doing.
Mustafa Ali's doing that too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Unagi Sayaka is
very nice guy.
Very nice guy. Very, very, very humble person, by the way.
Well, what do you guys think of Unagi Sayaka?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Phil. I have no idea who that is. You need to enlighten
I'm with you.
You need to enlighten us, man, because you're saying
Unagi Sayaka.
You're the Japanese guru.
Yeah, come on, guru, enlighten us.
All right, Unagi Sayaka was a stardom, but she decided to leave the promotion last year and decided to go to do her own thing. And she's been killing it in JT. And she's also been wrestling in Takamichi Inoki's promotion, Just Tap Out.
Okay.
Which also has a working partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and also they have a lot of some of the women in the Joshis.
No.
Some of the
That's all I got.
Joshis that.
Mhm.
All right, some of the Joshis that Taka trained are amazing. There's even this 22 or 23-year-old woman. Oh my god, she's like a black belt in karate, but she
Name?
can move and everything.
Name?
I forgot. She was a form. Let me look up her up. I forgot her name.
You're our
she's a form.
guru. Be our guru. Because I'm gonna be honest
All
with
right.
you, Phil. I'm not like up to date. I had to actually cancel my NJPW subscription because it started overlapping and charging me more money than it should. So I had to
Mhm.
cancel it. And I've already been on and talks with their Japanese / American consultant, and it's not going nowhere. So whenever that gets fixed, maybe I will join back in. But I'm
Yeah.
not 100% going to do a thing like.
All right. Her name's Tomaka Inaba. She's a former queen of Just Tap Out, and also Unagi Saga is the GTO Girls Champion.
Nice. Okay. What is
Tomaka
like their,
Inaba. She's all. I'll look. Tomaka.
It's
do I need
like,
to Google this lady? I,
yeah.
I,
Yes,
I
I
don't
am
want to
looking.
Google this lady because I would love to Google her, but I don't want to fuck up her name because
Yeah.
my Japanese the English typing skills are not that great.
I'm gonna have to send you some websites so you can watch New Japan for free.
Thank you,
So,
Josh.
like I
Her
said,
name's Tomaka Inaba. She's a Japanese professional wrestler currently working for Takamichi Doku's pro wrestling promotion Just Tap Out.
yeah.
She
Okay.
also works for Sydney Girls Pro Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Wave, and she's only 21 years old. She's
Nasty.
from Towaka,
Nasty.
Aichi, Japan. She
Nasty.
also wrestles an American promotion as Stray Cat,
Ah, okay.
Nasty.
trained by the junior heavyweight legend Takamichi Inoku.
Dude, Taka is one of the goats of Japan, and people can sit there and say it's Okada or it's Satoshi or it's Gato or Jado or even Minoru Suzuki. Dude, Taka is in that name, man. Hayabusa, Jushin Thunder Liger, Great Muda.
And he's got a
All those
wrestling move
guys.
named after him.
Yeah. I mean, all
Taka
these other
is
people-
coming. You should hear his uncut theme. He goes, Taka is coming, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I
no,
chopping your pee off.
I can agree with that. The spirit thing, I can because of the Fire Pro Wrestling video games, because that's what they use instead of momentum. They use spirit. But at the same token, when it comes to the Japanese strong style of wrestling, which is the JPW, like that's what they're known for, the strong style of wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
To me, it ain't the formula. It's not the same formula every match because when you have the never open weight title, dude, they try to kill each other in that fucking ring. You hear them chopping because the crowd is deafening silent because they're like, because
Holy
over there, the reason they're silent is because they're giving what's the word?
showing respect.
They're showing respect because it's like their Super Bowl. I mean, they treat it like football we do here, and
Mhm.
it
They
just
treat pro wrestling like a sport, like Americans treat football over here.
yeah. I mean, it's I
Same
mean,
thing as Mexico. That it's like you shoot Mexican wrestling over there. That next to soccer. That's the second best.
it is like
They treat pro
um,
wrestling like they do baseball over there.
and I have a friend that lives in Australia. His name is Bozzy. I mean, I call him Bozzy, and me and him had we tried to do several things together over the years, and he hit me up a couple of days ago, and he's like, "Hey, man." I was like, "Cool, you got any ideas for us?" He's like, "Yeah, I got some ideas." I was like, "Cool, let me know." He's like, "Y'all need to do more rundowns of actual shows because y'all ramble way too much." I said, "I know. That's what we do. That's what we're here for." And I was like, "You want to be on here anytime? You're more than welcome to." He's like, "When do y'all go streaming?" I said, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. He was like, "Dude, that's 11 a.m. where I'm at the next day, and I'm working." It's like, but you know what? There's also this cool thing called an edit button. I can bring you on anytime, and we can talk. And he never hit me back up. So what he did say, because he lives in Australia, I think he lives in Perth, Australia, one of the
Mhm.
nicest guys you'll ever meet, is that we should do more of the recaps and stuff. But that style of wrestling in Australia, to me, It's sort of like catch. What is it called? Catch can wrestling over in British.
Yeah, catch wrestling.
Catch
It's very
wrestling meets strong
more of a
style.
shoot style.
Yeah, it's more like strong slash catch style in Australia. So I mean, and I dig that shit. And then you have the Elimination Chamber going to where? I think it's going to Perth, Australia. Is that where it's going to? Perth.
Yeah, Australia.
Yeah, and dude, that's going to be amazing. And hopefully he'll be able to come on and talk to us about it. And
A lot of good wrestlers came from Australia. Like also they have a faction in New Japan called TNDK, the Mighty Don't Kneel, and it's led by Zack Sabre Jr. and also I think what's it? One of they actually have a Japanese wrestler like the former young lion. He's working for TMDK.
believe it or
That
not,
was
I do have
Jonah's.
Huh?
your
That
buddy
was
said you should
Jonah's
do,
former faction before he went back to WWE.
yeah, and your buddy said you should do a show with a luchador mask on, Josh.
Shoot, I'm too fucking pretty for this.
You know what, man? Believe it or not, dude, I do have an actual luchador mask. It's
You know
tiger
what?
mask. It's a
Out
half
of
and
all
half
the
mask.
out of all the wrestling crap that I got around here, that's the one thing I don't got is a luchador mask yet. I got to when I go back down to Texas one of these days, I'm gonna grab one.
There you go. Get a Volador Junior mask. He's amazing. I love Volador. And there's another great wrestler
No,
too.
no, I got to get the chairman. I got to get the chairman.
La Parka. Really? You gotta get a La Parka mask? Love La
Yeah.
Parka.
I
Love
love when he does that dance. I also loved when he did the disco.
Dude, and he gets in the middle of the chair and he does a little surfboard dance. I love that
Yep.
shit. Love it. But no, I
Oh
would try
yeah,
to cut you off. I would try to cut you
you know
off,
what's kind
Phil.
of funny? Every time Disco Inferno says something stupid on Twitter, people remind him, "Stop! You know nothing." That
'Cause
quote by Cody Rhodes.
dude, the whole Cody Rhodes thing right now is so hot, man. And we're not really talking about it, which is I'm happily glad about it because it, I, I, it's
We're just guys that love and that like to enjoy wrestling. You know, this is good old fashioned wrestling talk.
it is
And
it is
my honest opinion is like Cody should have won the title last WrestleMania.
should
He should have won it, but that was a total Vince McMahon call.
it was a total fuck up.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
they
The
jumped-
modern day Vince McMahon fuck up.
Man, now here's my whole debacle about wrestling in general right now because let's be real for a minute.
Okay.
The right thing is to work, dude. Everything come out at one time with Vince McMahon. Um, they worked their ass off to get Slim Jim back in the Royal Rumble. They worked their ass off to make things blow over so smoothly. And then the very next night, or the very two nights later on Raw, shit hit the fan again. CM Punk's injured, and you have two of the 3MB injuring top players in the WWE. You have Jinder Mahal, who injured supposedly Seth Rollins, and then you have Drew McIntyre, who injured CM Punk. All they need to do is bring in Heath and let him injure Roman Reigns, and then we got a trifecta, right?
We're streaming back.
Whoa, hold on. Roman Reigns would have to actually wrestle to get injured.
Oh yeah, forget. Yeah, true story. I don't think The Rock is going to be wrestling as The Rock when it comes to WrestleMania. Let's just be real. The man is almost 50 years old. Number one,
He's 50. He's 52. He's going to be 52 this year.
Well, there you go.
He's jacked.
Dude, I don't care how jacked he is. Okay, he's 52 years old. 52 years old, just like the Blue Justice over in fucking AEW.
Hey,
He's
don't be
jacked.
talking about Eugene Nagata like that.
No. He's jacked, but you can tell he's lost a step too.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's past his prime, but you know he's done a lot. He's a former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. But I'll tell
And
you what, though,
he said he wanted to wrestle till he was 70.
Mhm.
That
Well,
was
let's
announced.
see.
Well, how
He's
about that
got-
old man that's wrestling in GCW right now, man? That dude is like 72 years old.
You
or
gotta be
something like
talking
that.
about Action Mike Jackson.
Yeah, there you go.
I
And
thought he
Mike
did pretty
Jackson
good.
wrestled here
I
in
thought he
Mobile,
did
too.
pretty good this past weekend.
Actually, yeah, I watched him. I was like, man, he was slow, but I was like, but he was going. He was going.
And dude, I can be honest with you. Whenever he's in the middle of that ring, you can hear him calling the spots everywhere because he's so loud, man. and he
Probably can't hear.
well, yeah, but he got his start back in TNA or when it was Impact Wrestling. That's where it all came from, and people started booking
He
him.
got his start when it was WWF.
Well, I'm talking about his resurgence here lately. His resurgence started in 2019, and people started booking him after they seen him on TNA at 72 years old, going toe to toe with some of the best talent at TNA or Impact had to offer. Then he got signed in by NWA for a couple of shows. Then he just went to the Indies and started killing it. Hell, he was here at Mobile, dude. He walked the whole guardrail section, like from one side to the other side, and did a fucking tight, like the whole arm chop thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of mobile wrestling, how is Fuego del Sol doing these days?
Fuego is amazing, man. I love Fuego. Fuego is a great guy. If anybody on any wrestling promotion hires Fuego to do a match or to be there for anything,
I like seeing him wrestle.
you're getting a banger.
I like seeing him wrestle in GCW. He'd fit in that promotion. Perfect.
Dude, he could get Blake Christian to run for his money. Hands down. Blake Christian is the greatest champion that GCW has ever had. And I will go ahead and say that. You can hate me, boo me, whatever. But let's be real. The best GCW heavyweight champion of all time is Blake Christian. Second is Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. Matt Cardona was a great GCW champion. I even love when he tried to bring in the GCW Universal Champions.
Well, we're getting kind of sidetracked. We're still talking about The Rock, so
Okay. All right, let's get back to the Rock situation. Here you go. The Rock situation, in my opinion, he's overstepping boundaries that he doesn't need to overstep.
Yeah.
CM Punk got injured. I'm intercepting.
He's back. He's doing the same thing
Hogan did with Bret Hart.
I mean, he's doing the things he wouldn't have done 20, 30 years ago.
Well, now he's like true head of a table now, you know.
He's part of the CEO.
He has his head so far up his candy ass, it's not even funny.
Dude, he is the Nicholas and Matthew Jackson of the WWE. And I had to call them by their God-given names.
Oh God.
Y'all can hate that gimmick. It's working, man. It's so working. It's not even funny. And y'all got high and turned on a video game, set all the computer. Oh wow! Did y'all really do that?
Yeah, it was WCW Mayhem on the N6. No, on place.
That was the first. That was the
on a PlayStation. What we did is we did the whole entire Royal Rumble and did nothing but Hulk Hogan's. It was all clothesline and leg drops.
Was that
get down to the rack?
Was that the old EA game? Was that the first EA game before Backstage Assault?
Yes, it was Mayhem before Backstage Assault.
Yeah, Backstage Assault was actually really.
I'd rather play. Those games are awful, and I'd rather have played the Acclaim games, ECW Acclaim games. They actually were a lot more entertaining.
Yeah,
than those Mayhem games.
Yeah, a lot fast paced. I played
at least they had barbed wire matches. That's what I loved about them.
And Nitro sucked on the N64 and the PlayStation. It was all fast action. WCW
this was it right here.
Nitro. That's Nitro. That is god awful. Nitro sucks so bad.
But it was all on this. It is like it was a big battle royal, and we just did all Hulk Hogan's all the way through all 20.
Terrible person.
I'll be right back. I gotta make a pit stop. I'll be right back, guys.
Go do your thing, dude. So we're talking about The Rock still, and the whole situation. Did I remember whenever Hulk Hogan did it in WrestleMania 9, took over Bret the Hitman's spot, and took out Yokozuna with a leg drop, and then won the title, and nobody really cared.
Yeah, that was this whole that was not unnecessary. He stole the spotlight from Yokozuna on that.
No, he stole the spotlight from Bret the Hitman Hart.
No, Yokozuna won. Yokozuna beat Bret Hart.
Yeah,
and then Hulk Hogan came out, throw fit, still gotten a black eye from the Macho Man,
and then leg drop Yokozuna won the title.
Yeah, so he anything he stole the spotlight from Yokozuna.
It was terrible, man. It was god awful. This Rock situation looks a lot like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say that. And like I said, that we're going to wait till Thursday to hear about what main event is going to happen and what's going to happen and this and that. And Cody is like got behind the fans and saying thank you. You know, I love you. I appreciate you all, and you know, you're helping me out so much, and I appreciate everybody. And I love you. Whenever I was a kid growing up, the whole blah 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 yada yada yada.
Yeah, I saw that. Mm.
Dude, you could tell it was like Cody, go out there and make them love you, and try to pacify the situation. That's the way it looked to me. That is exactly how it seemed to me. Yeah, I could be wrong, but it looked like, hey, go out there and make them not hate us as much. Yeah, am I right on that? Or did it seem like that to
Yeah,
you as well, or was I wrong?
yeah. It's like, but they and now they're starting to censor censor the fans is like saying Rocky sucks. I heard that one. I was like, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
And here's I was like another thing I got pointed out when I was watching Wrestle Talk. They were talking about now how the Inouye family
Yeah,
is now more powerful now is in
than
the
it ever
driver's
was.
seat more than McMahon's. You know.
Yeah, and it's true. And we were talking about earlier Triple H being on his way out or whatever. I do believe it, and it's nothing against Triple H.
I don't see them getting rid of him. He's got and honestly, he was the one pushing for the change in WWE. If they get rid of him, that's like they'll be shooting themselves in the foot. And it's like I know they want to sweep anything doing with McMahon, but honestly, they should not get rid of Triple H.
They shouldn't.
No,
You're
they
right.
should not get rid of Triple H. I don't even, it's not even his fault.
Yeah,
It's not his fault. Okay, cool. But let's take a lineage factor. Who does Vince McMahon trust most of all in WWE right now? Bruce Pritchard,
Bruce Pritchard.
Triple H.
No, he does not trust Triple H.
He does not trust Triple H.
No,
He,
look what he did to NXT.
yeah.
Because Triple H had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, he caused Triple H to have that heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
You can't prove that. That's just people saying shit.
No, dude, you can definitely tell once Bruce Pritchard revealed a lot of things. It went from a great indie show in NXT to a shit show in
Dude,
2.0.
it's Nickelodeon Slime Time in 2023 or 2024 now. I mean, all I want to hear is Nickelodeon. Dude, if they did
It
that, I'd be
reminds
like,
me of Nickelodeon.
yeah. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if NXT joined Nickelodeon. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, it fits.
People walking around like, what are you gonna do right now? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it fits
So,
it,
like,
man. It
That's
really
showing
does.
my age right there.
And because Paramount owns Nickelodeon.
Yeah, true story. And Paramount and supposedly, the one I've read, there's a deal in place. They haven't finalized anything yet. It's Paramount, Warner Brothers Discovery, which is Viacom and Warner merging. And when this happens, holy footballs, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Holy footballs. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Wow.
Vince McMahon resigned, so it doesn't really matter. He has zero pull. No, he's still got Bruce Pritchard in there.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey said that. I mean, that's well known. And there's also other cronies as well. I mean, there's like 20 or 30 other cronies that came back with him. And they're talking about getting rid of them slowly.
Board of directors.
Yeah.
And also, let's see, we still have to get rid of Bruce Pritchard. He's probably involved in some of that shit too.
There's rumors saying he is, and there's also rumor about several other wrestlers from the present and the past to be rumored inside of those allegations as well. Don't know what that means or who that is, and don't know if any of them are in AEW now either. You know, I mean, hell, this could be a Jericho-related incident, and we don't even know it yet.
Yeah, nobody's talking about Jericho.
They're not. They're not because
there is none.
I don't think it's because there is none. I think because right now the Vince McMahon shit's so fucking hot, they're waiting to see how many more wrestlers are going to be involved in it. Because if you got Brock Lesnar being involved in it, you know there's going to be more, man. I mean, hell,
Brock Lesnar is out of the Apparently, someone made a joke that saying Steven Richards is gonna gonna end the streak of Undertaker and the WrestleMania like in no mercy.
You say Violent J is a pedo, man, and I have a friend of mine named Chris who actually thinks the same thing, and there has been no documentation from that as well. And if there was, then he had been arrested years ago because of the allegations supposedly against the Insane Clown Posse. Goes back from 1994, because that's the allegations you're speaking of for the pedo stuff.
The only thing he said to a 12-year-old kid is, "Has your nut strapped yet?"
Yeah, he told that to a 12-year-old boy, but he also
didn't say, "Have you gone through puberty yet?" As a joke.
They didn't pull him off GCW. He was on GCW with Bussy. They call it the Insane Clown Bussy. What was that, like not even a month ago?
Last month, yeah.
Yeah, last month in January. Yeah, it was right at the New Year. And they had George South come out wearing face paint too because Shaggy 2 Dope don't wrestle no more. You know, it's just Violent J.
I think Shaggy 2 Dope got too hurt from wrestling.
Yeah. And if that was the case, then why is Violent J still doing promotional shows for NWA for free?
And shoot, how's he still wrestling? I thought he had like some kind of heart condition or something like that.
He does, but he's doing Vampiro style work. You know, it ain't like really work. He's just doing work.
Yeah, because I heard Vampiro has that. He has Alzheimer's.
No, Parkinson's.
That too.
Yeah. And I love that. Yeah, Vampiro's hurt, man. He they think it's a lot of that CB that
CTE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a lot of crazy shit back in the early 90s.
And a lot of drugs.
That too.
A lot of fucking drugs.
I think the drugs also didn't help with the CTE either.
No. The weed does. The weed actually helps them. The marijuana actually helps them because it helps produce more endorphins and dopamine. So that helps. Supposedly.
He also keeps
not an endorsement. Not an endorsement.
Allegedly.
He also keeps himself busy too, and also helps out his body too. So that he's been keeping his mind healthy and everything, you know. So that's a good thing.
They say that he'll be around probably longer than Conan.
Oh God, Conan, he looks in horrible shape.
He does, man, and he just came back from kidney transplant and stuff too. So
well, he's like
bad for Conan. He was one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid.
What was that, Josh?
Conan's like 50. He's got to be pushing 60.
He's in his 60s.
Yeah, because he was old when I was young.
Yeah,
dude, he just turned 60 this year.
Dude, we're talking like 60s old, man. But in wrestling years, it's really old. And to be honest with you, the oldest wrestler right now going is the Nature Boy.
Well, he did his last match, but no, it was that ain't that one dude like 72 or something like that.
Oh, you want Action Mike Jackson?
Yeah,
I'm talking about famous wise, man. Come on.
Well, they're still around, yeah.
Ric Flair. Closer to him is let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, Hogan.
And,
come on, tough guy.
Yeah,
he's doing his own podcast.
Everybody's got a podcast now. That's what he was talking about.
Alive, he would have his own podcast. If you call the Madness Podcast, ooh yeah.
And Jeff Jarrett looks good for his age too.
So I give him that. Ain't he?
Oh, what do you think about him on the Being of the Dark Order? That is hilarious stuff. Where he's trying to teach the Dark Order heels. Comedy shit right there, dude.
I love Jarrett, man. I love Brody Lee, man. Brody Lee was ahead of his time, man. Way ahead of his time.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you another person who looks really good in the ring for their ages. The whole fucking show, Rob Van Dam.
Well, he does it. He's pretty good for his age, but he's slowed down.
He slowed
just
down a
slowed down.
little. He slowed down a little. I will give him that. But that AEW match, man, was fucking banger, bro.
Mhm.
Between him and Swerve Strickland was a
Oh, yeah.
fucking banger.
Well,
He
that
was
was
happy-
last week,
He
right?
was happy to put Swerve over.
Dude, he had a smile on his face when he got fucking knocked off the ropes, man, off the ring apron, dude. I was like, and they cut away from it really quick. He had a big ass grin on his face. I was like,
He was
He's
like,
loving this shit.
dude,
'Cause he's having
so
fun.
awesome, man.
yeah, because dude, they're like ECW rules, man, Rob Van Dam rules, and first thing he does, man, is throw a chair in his face, and I was like, this is gonna get fucking good. And the Van Terminator and the Van Daminator and dude and the Rolling Thunder and dude, I was just like, what the fuck?
I'm glad he came out with this old ECW theme as well, Pantera Walk.
And
yeah.
dude, and everybody was chanting his name, man. And they were saying, "You still got it." And Taz said he never lost it.
Mhm.
Like he's never
Damn
lost
right.
a step, dude. And the person who's lost a step, in my opinion, is Sabu. And I love Sabu. And
Well, he's
Age
plus.
caught up to Sabu and everything, unfortunately, and I love
The
Sabu.
age and injury. I mean, if honestly, if you look at him, he can't even. The one arm that he used to go like that, he can't. He's got to lift it up.
yeah, he's like this. He leans a lot more to the side now when he does it. He leans.
Yeah, he
And I
can't lift
love
up the
Sabu,
arm.
man. And you don't ever see Sandman wrestle that much anymore either, you know. But those guys were the
Legend.
originators. Dude, they're legends, man. They're goats, man. And people are like, well, they're just ECW guys. Dude, if there was no ECW, we wouldn't have no fucking crazy ass attitude era. You wouldn't have what
You
have.
wouldn't
Yeah,
have GCW.
You would have
wouldn't
GCW, but it'd be watered down GCW. You'd have GCW, but it'd be watered down.
oh yeah.
And
You wouldn't have like these insane death matches.
Mhm.
you would, but they'd all be Japanese style. They'd all be in Japanese.
FMW, yeah.
Mhm.
I even love the FMW GCW ECW crossover they had in Cork and Hall.
Yes,
Mhm.
and dude, do y'all remember the original Piranha Death match that happened in FMW?
Oh my god. Yes.
That was an
Mm.
epic fucking match. Bloody, but fucking epic.
I know somewhere I still got the original King of the Deathmatch tournament with Mick Foley in it. Mick
Who?
Foley, Terry Gordy,
Terry Funk?
Terry
Leatherface.
Funk,
Terry
that
Funk?
was IWA Japan, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It
dude,
was FNW, but it was IWA Japan, another good hardcore
Mhm.
promotion in Japanese.
yes. In Japan, you mean? Not Japanese, but in
Yeah,
Japan.
IWA Japan, yeah.
Dude, there is Dan Severn was on the card. Yeah, sure was.
Which
And,
one?
and Silver King. Wow.
Yes.
Did Severed IWA Japan.
Yep. Dan Severn, the original beast. Brock Lesnar's no longer mentioned in WWE, so yeah, I guess the original beast now is Dan Severn.
Yeah, if
Fuck
you look at the Royal Rumble winners,
Fuck Brock Lesnar.
if you look on the Royal Rumble list on WWE, they block out his name now, along with Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
Parts unknown.
dude. The craziest thing though, man, is whenever they gave Chris Benoit his back.
They did? No,
Yeah.
they blocked his too.
Oh yeah, they did block his, didn't they? That's
Who
terrible.
they
Yeah,
block?
they blocked his too. Yeah,
Who
Yeah,
they block?
Benoit.
Benoit.
Yeah, of course. They basically Vince and Brock Lesnar got the Chris Benoit treatment.
I'm not surprised though, man. I mean, and people are like, only the creepers say that there was no proof of what Benoit did. Dude,
Mm.
there's all kinds of proof that he did what he did. Read the books. There's 3 books out there. Read them. Shit.
You know,
Watch the documents.
And I know, and you know what's so sad with Benoit is like, man, he had such good matches, but it's like I can't praise the guy anymore, man. It sucked because
After when I found
there's
out
just
what
so many
happened,
moments that he had.
it broke my heart because
Yeah.
I loved some of the stuff that Chris Benoit did, and I even looked up some of the matches he had when he was in Japan with Eddie.
Man,
When he was on as a Wild Pegasus kid.
me and my buddy right here, I remember the night we were watching Thunder. And when he jumped off the top of the cage and did his flying headbutt, all I remember is this him coming down, bouncing up, and flipping right on his head. And it was like, wow, it's like that was the most amazing thing. But at the same time, now that's probably what led to him going, you know,
Well, not
And
only that,
also, his
too, though,
head was
Josh.
busted open too. That match as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it too, though, Josh, he broke his neck too once, in the
Oh yeah,
ECW, and he was also broke Sabu's neck too. Y'all remember that
oh
shit,
yeah. I got that. I think did I have that match on tape? I
dude?
probably got it somewhere. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's how he got the name the Crippler.
Crippler Chris
Well,
Benoit, Rabid Wolverine,
because you looked up to the Dynamite Kid.
Hmm?
and the Dynamite Kid was a crazy son of a bitch. He was known for his locker room antics more than anybody, and they said that Chris Benoit took over where Dynamite Kid left off. Like he would rib people. Like he would throw their shit in like the showers and turn the showers on and be like, "What the fuck are you gonna do about
Yeah, but here's the thing that happened, to Dynamite Kid. That backfired on him. That's the reason why he got kicked out of WWF, because he pulled that bullying shit and he got his teeth knocked out because of that.
it?"
He fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dynamite Kid? Who did that? I forgot. I
It was
remember watching
one of
that.
the Mounties that basically knocked out Dynamite Kid's teeth out.
Yeah, it was one of the Rougeos. I think it was Raymond, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Raymond?
there you go. It was one of the
He
Russo
got tired of being bullied by Dynamite Kid, so he said, and after that, he basically no longer the tough guy in the locker room. He got treated like the little bitch in the locker room afterwards.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because
It goes to say it's like all you got to do with a bully, just smack him in the mouth.
yeah,
Here's the one thing: he fucked around and he found out, and he deserved that.
yeah. But and they said the most hardcore person in the locker room was Ming or Haku rather.
Oh,
And,
nobody messed with him. Everybody said nobody ever messed with him.
nope. They
They
Even
had nothing but respect for him.
Andre knew better not to mess with him.
they said
I
Andre
mean, this
was
guy
the
grew up
closest
in
one that would mess with him,
the
but he
Tonga.
let him know that that's enough, Andre. And Andre like, okay, boss.
Yeah.
Okay, boss. We're good. Like I know not to fuck around and find out no more. And they said that Andre was like one of the nicest guys in the locker room, but he was also one of the guys that would pick on you if he liked you. Like he would start shit with you just because he liked you. Like
Yeah.
who was it
Oh,
that
he
said
didn't like the Macho Man.
yeah. But
I said that match is like this is this is for you and this was wow. I remember that.
and they said that the
He
Andre
also played fart jokes on you too.
yeah. That's if he liked you though. If he liked you, you got the fun side of Andre.
Yeah.
And they said that it was Hogan in one car, and it was Andre and the Sheik in the other. And who was riding with Hogan? I think it was Roddy Piper and Hacksaw. And they said that Andre told him to roll down the window, and he stuck his huge ass out the window to moon him, and he couldn't get it back in. And they said they were riding down the interstate with Andre's ass just hanging out the window for like miles and miles and miles, and it was cold outside. And he's like, "Boss, my ass is cold."
That's funny.
Dude, I love Andre's stories, man. I heard a lot of them growing up, man. And
It just sucks what happened to his back, though. I that was just sad. What happened to him.
one of the best guys, man. One of the best actual.
He was a great wrestler too, you know.
That's right. Well, when I go meet the old timers and everything, I ask them is like, "You got any good Andre stories?" It's like, "Yes, I got this one." You know.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I even watched
dude,
a match
you're
where he
great.
wrestled against Giant Baba in All Japan.
Dude, didn't he
Oh,
face Abdullah the Butcher once too, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, they wrestled each other, beat the hell out of each other, especially when they were in Japan.
Yeah. And I like that. And who was the other one he used to beat the hell out of? Big John Studd.
oh yeah, he didn't like Big John Studd.
No.
He didn't
Uganda.
like him because just because that Big John Studd stepped over the ropes, and he's like, "No, that's my thing."
That's my thing, dude. You don't get to do that. And that whole thing they did with was it the $5,000 bounty in WrestleMania 1?
Oh, the body slam, yeah.
That was really cool. I thought that was really cool. And
Oh, yeah.
and dude, what about Ron Bass's son? What do y'all think about him?
Ron Bass's son.
Ron Bass Jr. that wrestles and well, he wrestles all over the country, but he was at Effie's Big Gay Brunch in Tampa this past or 2 weeks ago.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to check him out.
Bro, that dude can go. I think he's LGBTQ, whatever. I know he's friendly. He's an ally. Great guy. Oh, we do have a Stan Hansen, dude. The Butcher is a Stan Hansen, hands down.
Oh, I just watched Dominic Djokovic actually punch Ilya Dragunov in the face.
Yeah.
This happened tonight on NXT.
Yeah, that's.
I wish we had another wrestler like Stan Hansen. Ooh,
Stan Hansen was great.
The Butcher,
motherfucker.
The Butcher is probably the closest.
The people in Japan worship Stan Hansen.
True, true. He don't wrestle much. I agree. He don't wrestle much. But the Butcher is
no Japanese fans love Stan Hansen.
Yeah. And the crazy thing, JBL was more like no, JBL wasn't Stan Hansen. JBL was more. He was more of
he teamed up with Barry Windham, and they became the Blackjacks.
Blackjack Mulligan, I remember him.
Yeah, that's Barry Windham's father.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is the next person to be like Stan Hansen right now would be the Butcher. But back then, JBL was more like a Von Erich.
Butcher the Blade?
Yeah. If you think about it, look at Butcher and then look at Stan Hansen. Tell me there's a difference.
Well,
yeah, if I'm correct, he's also in the Metal Bank on 3 Inches of Blood.
Yeah, he's in the Metal Bank. He's a drummer.
Blade. My fault. I'm thinking of the Blade. No, Butcher. You know what? I can see the Butcher. Yeah, now that you say it, I can see the Butcher. They need to start pushing them guys, man. They haven't done nothing in a while.
I totally agree. Guess what, gentlemen? We have made it through another hour. Does it feel like we made it through another hour?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
That reminds me of what's his name? The guy that supposedly stole a lot of comedy material. What was his name?
Carlos Mencia?
No, the white guy, not the Latin guy. He was also Employee of the Month. He was also in American Gods. Funny comedian. He had his own show. He talked about the BK burger and the BK thing, the whole Burger King thing. What was his name?
BK, have it your way.
Oh yeah, Dane Cook. That's him. That's the guy too. Yeah, there you go.
Where he came up with this.
Yeah, the if you can do this, you're in the crew. Yeah, if you can do this, it's this. That right there.
The double middle finger?
Yeah, the double. Called it. I don't know what he called it, but yeah, dude, that dude was awesome. Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah. And he was like, the Kool-Aid Man thing when the Kool-Aid Man busted my ass. Like, no, fuck no, man. Fuck no. My mama's gonna kick my ass.
No, that's my girlfriend. I know what it's like. Can I get it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
stupid in dick grease.
So yeah, I'm gonna end this one here. We're gonna call this one random shit that we talk about.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Hey man, that's a shocker. So how did you like last week whenever we talked about like one of the shows from back in the day?
That was pretty cool, man.
I agree. I enjoyed that segment a lot. So what do y'all think we should talk about this week? What classic show do y'all want to talk about?
I guess I want to talk about what is like the top. Who would be your Mount Rushmore of indie promotions?
Indie promotions of all time?
Yes.
Or now?
I guess now.
Number 1 would be GCW.
Yeah.
Number 2 would have to be AIW. Number 3 would be Wrestling Revolver. 4 would be Warrior. And 5th would be New South.
Obviously GCW. Let's see. MLW.
I can't consider them an indie promotion because they have a TV deal right now.
True. GCW. Also, it was that one that Viva Van that was trained by that Rikishi owns.
Oh, okay, the one over in Cali.
Yeah.
Okay, I forget the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Let's see. Also, I do like. I do like. Is it? I would consider TJPW is not really indie, isn't it?
No.
Okay. JTO. Taka's promotion. Just Step Out.
Okay. Okay, I can go with that because that's a
Oh.
Japanese promotion, and they don't have a TV deal, and they're not really licensed or working with any other company at the moment. Except
Also, Sendai Girls as well.
Mhm.
Okay, so I got to come up with a couple. Oh, let me see. I guess I'm gonna have to go with. Obviously, you're gonna have to go with GCW. That's
Number
New
one.
South as well.
I'll throw out. It was like since it's a local to my area, Warrior Wrestling.
Right.
They're doing pretty good. They every once in a while they'll throw out a pay-per-view every like 2 or 3 months.
Mhm.
So and it's pretty good start promotion. Let me see. What can I think of on top of my
OVW is pretty good.
Yeah.
I go with IWA Mid South. I've seen a couple shows up here when they had them. It was pretty good show, pretty good shows and awesome. Windy City Wrestling. That's another one that pops out of my head.
Wow, man, that's an old school one there, man. We're talking about now. You're going old school, bro. You're going
They're
old
still
school.
around.
Are they really?
Windy City Wrestling? Yeah, they're still
Holy
around.
shit, dude. That's whenever Christopher Daniels and CM Punk came out of. Holy shit.
And Boom Boom Copacabana.
Man, he was the last one to come out of the Windy City Wrestling. I will agree with
I
that.
love Copacabana. What can I say, man?
I love Colt too, man. I love Boom Boom. Boom Boom's good. I'm not
I even
liking
loved
Boom Boom.
when he wrestled at GC when he made an appearance on that GCW pay-per-view, the one that where everything where Brett Lardell turned chicken shit into a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, he did. That's when Josh was at, dude. It was a great show, man.
That was a good show, man.
No
like I said,
complaint.
there's a lot of
It was planned, but it worked. That's
it
it.
worked.
So there's your 3. Where's your other 2 at, Josh? You can't use IWA. You can't use IWA.
Well, they're around?
They are and they're not, man. I'm talking about like legit.
Okay, so that's 3. Okay. Trying to think of one that's around. You know what? My buddy just brought one up.
AAW.
AAW. So I'll throw that out there.
Okay, number
It's a
5.
local promotion. I know that.
There you go. Number 5.
No, that's 4.
Number 5.
Well, technically 5 I named, but yeah. But
we got 4. Now what's your 5th one? Come on, man. You can do this.
5th one.
Yeah.
There's only 4 in our Mount Rushmore, man.
Yeah, I know, but he said top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah. What is your honorable mention? Yeah, but you did say 5 promotions though.
5 promotions.
What is your honorable mention? Yeah. What is your honorable mention? See, I named 4, and I gave an honorable mention to the New South.
Well, since they really don't got a TV deal, I'll go NWA. They're pretty much
boo.
Oh man, I can't think of anyone right now, but they pretty much don't got a TV deal.
God, man, that's like saying
bottom 5.
Dude,
Bottom.
I would actually give you more props if you would have said XPW. I would really have gave you way more props.
XPW? Oh, damn, I didn't think about XP. Okay, XPW. Okay, I'll go with
that. Now that right there will get one of these right here, my good friend. That will get one of these.
FMW is trying to make a comeback as well.
What was that little promotion at
FMW?
Frontier Martial Arts.
What was that promotion that had the local TV and has that wrestler, the Widowmaker?
Google.
Oh, Google.
I hope that I mentioned Okada in the Rainmaker.
Wrestler Widowmaker.
Barry Windham was the Widowmaker.
Wow, apparently there's an Abraham Lincoln wrestling action figure.
Yeah, that's been around for a minute. They were talking about
Yep.
making it come out in 2020.
Micro Brawler, actually.
Yeah.
He actually was a
No,
professional wrestler, what I heard.
No, we had I remember we had a local access channel. For anyone who remembers that type of stuff. And we did have a wrestling promotion that just did that. I'm gonna have to dig.
Was it
Moose Choloff? Moose Choloff. It was his wrestling promotion. I can't think of his. I
Who?
can't think of his name.
Who?
Moose Choloff.
Moose?
Yeah. It was an old school wrestler. He had his own promotion around the area, and he had
Moose Choloff. Moose Choloff, right?
Yeah.
I'm Wikipediaing that man right now. Boom. Here we go.
Yeah, he had.
Oh my god, they're actually releasing the Gobbledygooker action figure. Like, even the fucking egg. Come on.
He really didn't really have anything, man. Was it the WWA maybe?
I think so.
The WWA was the World Wrestling Association in Indianapolis.
It was a super small, and his shows was right by the oil change place by Woodmar Mall. I know what he's talking about. Yeah, it's
Wrestling from Marigold or wrestling from the International Amphitheater.
Yeah, I got. You know what? That is something I would have to pull out my old photo albums because I do got a flyer from that. So I got to look that up.
That is epic, dude. I had to go like.
Yeah,
because it says right here that in 1987, Cholot Moose's gimmick and finishing move, El Squasho, as well as the big splash finishing move, made him a star in the early years of televised wrestling, including wrestling from Marigold and wrestling from the International Amphitheater, that both originated from Chicago. Among his many singles and tag team championships, Cholot won the International Wrestling Association Championship in Japan in 1963, defeating Rikidozan.
Oh.
So what do you think's gonna happen to Stardom now that Rossi is gone?
Yeah, but yeah, I remember him having a promotion. It was a local shows. He can't like. There was like this little fucking room that he had, and it was some awesome wrestling. There's a lot of awesome wrestling. So me and my buddy, we attended quite a few matches there. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to go. I have to go and pull my files.
Yeah, he died in 2002 of a stroke.
Yeah, was a big dude.
Halloween. He died on Halloween. Sure did.
Yep, he was a big dude.
Yeah, weighed over 400 pounds when he died.
Yep. I think I got a picture with him. And just like I said, I got to go pull my photo albums.
That is epic, man. Like that is really, really cool because you're talking about some people. You ever heard of a guy named Mikey the Hippie Boy yet?
Mm-hmm.
No. Have you ever heard of him? Okay, that's a Southern wrestler here. What about Lee Fields?
It sounds familiar.
Okay. Lee Fields was a wrestler in the WWF under Vince's daddy. And he's from Mobile, Alabama. Him and his kayfabe brother were a tag team. And they owned here in Mobile or in Irvington the Mobile International Speedway. The Fields family did. And you can look him up, man. The wiki him, and it's awesome. And then you had who else was up here? You had Bob Armstrong, Bullet Bob. There's so many, man. There's so many of these old school wrestlers that I'm thinking of right now.
Mhm.
There was a wrestler that was an Indian who had his own tow truck service here. God, what was his name? Uh,
Chief J Strongbow.
no.
It's the only old one I can think of.
These are here back in the 70s and stuff like that, man. Like,
Not Tatanka.
no, it ain't Tatanka. Tatanka can still wrestle, believe it or not.
You know, I also noticed that that correct Gerald and Jack Briscoe also had Native American in them.
Here you go. Bobby Eaton's one. Him and Tornado, Mike Jackson, Brooks Jensen,
Wahoo
Lashley Roode,
McDaniel.
Wahoo
Is that it?
McDaniel. No.
Oh yeah, Bobby Eaton's actually is from Huntsville.
Yeah. Paul Bearer, Dennis, Sherry Martell. God, man, these are all the wrestlers that are now. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna Google Mikey the Hippie Boyette, man, because that right there would actually make me happy right now. Because it would tell me everybody that was.
You know what? I gotta find my old wrestling flyers that from that promotion to see if anyone made it big.
Oh, dude, I'm pretty sure they did.
It's like it's been a long time since I looked at them. It's all buried with my photos. So
Yeah. Matter of fact, here you go, right here. God, that's 2016.
I'll have it for the next show.
Continental Championship Wrestling from Alabama, man. You had Ron Fuller.
Mm-hmm.
You had.
So you said Ron Burgundy.
I know, right? The Gulf Coast years.
Breaking news.
The Gulf Coast years lasted from 1954 to 1974, and you had Roy Welch purchased the Mobile, Pensacola end of Leroy McGirt's Tri-State Wrestling, and he had Bobby Fuller, and then you have I'm reading. God, man, there's so many people in there.
All right. Be right back, fellas.
Lee Fields, with his buddy's cousin, Lee Fields. He bought it and then he sold it to. Here it is, Cowboy Bob Kelly. There's another one. I don't know if y'all know who that is either. And then you had. Crap, who was this other person in here? Oh, here we go. Here goes some good names for y'all. Bob Roop, Ronnie Garvin, Bob Orton Jr., Boris Malenko, Angelo Poffo, the Fabulous Freebirds, Austin Idol,
Oh yeah,
Flair.
I love Austin Idol. He's a
Yes.
great manager. He was a great manager too.
Yes.
You know he has his own wrestling school too.
Yes.
It just actually works for NWA though.
Yeah, and here he goes right here. It turned into the Continental Wrestling Federation in '88 and '89, and it was to compete with Vince McMahon, and they didn't really have nobody. And the last TV episode aired on November 25th, 1989.
What do you think? You know what I'm really tired of? I'm tired of people comparing Tony Khan to Herb Abrams.
God, dude, I'm tired of that too. But no, here goes the alumni. Y'all ready for this? This will here blow your skull. That all wrestled here in Mobile or in the surrounding areas in the southeast. You had the Alaskan Hunters, Andre the Giant, Randy Rose, Les Thatcher, Lee Fields, Ronnie Garvin, Dick Slater, Butch Malone, Bob Armstrong, Leduc, the Leduc brothers, Ron Fuller, Robert Fuller, Whitey Caldwell, Jerry Mr. Olympia Stubbs, Kevin Sullivan, Paul Orndorff, Mongolian Stomper, Ron Miller, Ron White, Boris Malenko, Bob Orton Jr., Toru Tanaka, Mr. Fuji, Jim Dalton, Bob Roop, Brickhouse Brown, Norvelli Austin, Sterling Golden, Tom Pritchard, The Bullet, Brad Armstrong, Scott Armstrong, Steve Armstrong, Tracy Smothers, Tommy Rich, Johnny Rich, Tim Horner, Larry Hamilton, Bill Kazmaier, Frankie Lancaster, Jimmy Golden, Dutch Mantell, Nature Boy Buddy Landell, Jody the Flame Hamilton,
I
Jerry
love
Stubb,
Nature.
Yes, Jerry Stubbs, Adrian Street, the Midnight Rockers, which is Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Hulk Hogan.
Yes, the New Guinea Headhunters, Don Wright, Davy Rich, Miss Brenda Britton, Miss Linda, Dirty White Girl, Moondog Spot, the Stormtrooper, Doug Furnace, Dennis Condrey, Bill Hickerson, David Schultz, Austin Idol, Nightmare Danny Davis, Willie B.
Dr.
Hurt,
David Schultz. I love him.
Shane Douglas, Ricky Nelson, Mark Young, Eddie Gilbert, Tony Dirty White Boy Anthony, Brian Lee, Nightmare Ken Wayne, Lord Humongous, Marky Mark. Yeah,
Just walk away. I
yeah,
repeat, you will
yes.
spare your lives. Just walk away.
Moondog Rex, the DI, Bob Carter, the Wild Samoans, Sika and Kokina, Todd Morton, Downtown Bruno.
Roman's dad wrestled there.
Yes, Paulie Dangerously, Missy Hyatt, Ricky Morton, Gordon Soley, Charlie Platt, Robert Gibson, Ed Falk, Rick Gibson, Gorgeous George Jr., Sir Dudley Clements, Cowboy Bob Kelly, Ken Lucas, Lester Welch, Bobby Fields, Buddy Fuller, Herb Welch, Mikey Boyette, or Mike Boyette, Billy Spears. He was known as Mike the California Hippie Boyette. He made his debut in 1966. Billy Spears, Carl Fergal, Cowboy Bob Kelly, Mario Galante, the Wrestling Pro, Don Fargo, Eduardo Perez, Duke Miller, the Mysterious Medic, Curtis Smith, the Superstar, Mick, Cactus Jack Foley, Jim Dalton, the Gladiator, Masa Sato, Ray Candy, Sheik Abdullah, the Tennessee Superstars, the Von Brauners, Stan Lane, Luke Williams, Jonathan Bird, Cowboy Ron Bass, Mike Stallings, the Honky Tonk Man, Bill Ash, Pork Chop Cash, the Great Kabuki, Kerry Von Erich, Phil Rainey, Mac McMurray, Tommy Weathers,
Oh, the
Curtis
Great
Hughes, Jack Rougeau, Terry Gordy, the Tennessee Stud, Shogun Warrior, Chris Colt, Terrence Garvin, Rip Rogers, Hector Guerrero, Mr. Knoxville, Nelson Royal, Mr. Wrestling 2, Jamie Dundee, Mike Davis, Tommy Lane, Roy Lee Welch, Superstar Bill Dundee, Arn Anderson, Michael Hayes, Jerry Lawler, Ric Flair, Dr. Jerry Graham, Don Duffy, Rotten Star, the interns, Bill Bowman and Joe Turner, Ron Carson, Eddie Sullivan and Rip Tyler, the Dirty Daltons, Rick Connors, Mal Bass, Spider Galento, and Ken Rainey.
Mhm.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Damn.
That's all the alum.
For what company?
For the Continental Championship Wrestling, CCW, the CWF, the Continental Wrestling Federation, the Southeastern Championship Wrestling, the Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance, and as well, and the
Damn.
that's all
I
here
under-
local.
I remember Jim Cornette talking about this company that the Armstrongs wrestled for, and this was it.
I think Undertaker wrestled the Lord Humongous Mad Max character. Okay, he was talking. Was he
Dude,
talking about that on Steve Austin's show? He was talking about that.
yeah, Lord Humongous is the professional wrestling character, also known as Gimmick. Also known as the Gimmick, that was originally introduced in Memphis Continental Wrestling Association in 1984. The character was based on a gang leader called the Humongous, or at times Lord Humongous, and from 1981 movie Mad Max 2.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I know
I
y'all.
got the Funko Pop over here. So
Yeah, it's awesome. Yes.
Just walk away. You'll spare your lives. Just walk
just
away.
walk away.
Yeah,
Give us the gas.
yeah. And the original wrestler was Mike Stark, and then it went to Sid Vicious in '89, Barry Windham in 1990s. And the last one to do it in 2011 was Clint Barlow.
The Lord Humongous character?
Yeah. Well, actually, it says present right here, 2011 to present, John Bass. True story, bro. Yeah, Barry Buchanan did it. Not Barry Windham. Barry Buchanan and Sid Vicious did it. Sid Vicious did it in '87 to '89, and the '90s was Barry Buchanan, and then the '90s was Randy Lewis, and then the '90s as well was Tim Olson, and in '99 only one day was John Bass, and then April 11th, 2009 he did it again, and from 2011 to present is John Bass.
My buddy's like saying, "Have you all seen the Jamie Dundee shoot interview on YouTube? The shit was wild."
I haven't seen that. I really haven't. I did watch the Patrick Clark shoot interview with Chris Van Vliet, and
Mhm,
that was really fucking good. By the way, really
mhm,
fucking good. If you haven't got a chance to look at the Velveteen Dream with Chris Van Vliet, I highly
mhm.
recommend it. It was worth the hour and a half watching it. Great, great, great.
Yeah, they need to clear his name and get him back wrestling, man. He was an awesome talent.
Oh, dude, and I'm gonna reach out to Marty Jannetty again. I want him to be on here one night, and we can just sit here and talk to him because I think his story, the whole fucking story, would be great to tell. It'll be a
Man,
lot.
I would have so many questions.
It'll be a lot, but I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be so much fun, and I really do. I really think it'll be a lot of fun having Marty Jannetty on here. What do y'all think?
If you
Go
can
for
pull
it, man.
if you can pull that off,
Hey! I've only done 2 so far. I've only gotten 2 people on here, and if I can get Janetti on here, I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be great. And if we do get Janetti, the first question I'm asking him is, how much do you hate Shawn Michaels?
mm, he probably gets that. Probably gets that talked to about all the time.
Well, Shawn Michaels fucked him, dude. I mean, it legit. I mean, let's be real. When you were a Rockers fan, who was your guy? Was it Shawn Michaels or was it Marty Jannetty? And be real.
HBK.
It was
Yeah,
HBK. It's
yeah,
always
yeah.
HBK. There was no Jannetty fans out there. Hell, whenever
Yeah.
me and my cousin would play wrestling with our wrestling buddies, never one of us wanted to be fucking Marty Jannetty. Nobody wanted to be Marty Jannetty because he got
Did he have a wrestling buddy?
no, he didn't. But
Oh,
me and my cousin used to wrestle. He had a Hulk Hogan, and I had the Ultimate Warrior. Matter of fact, my Ultimate Warrior is in the car, and I gotta watch him because he has a little black mold on him right here on the shoulder.
uh, washing tip. When you do throw them in the washer, put them in a pillowcase.
Okay, cool.
Put them in
Thank
a
you.
pillowcase to help save the color.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
That is awesome because I
I
want to
see.
get that. I want to get
You
that
can thank
mold
Matt
off.
Cardona. You can thank Matt Cardona for that because I remember he had when he bought his, they needed to wash them, and they threw them in a pillowcase, then washed them.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that because I want his color to stay forever.
Mhm.
And my cousin threw his around outside, and dogs ate his up and chewed up his Hulk Hogan. And then he got a My Buddy doll, and I hated that fucker. That thing reminded me of the Child's Play doll. I hated that son of a bitch. I was
But
never a fan of My Buddy.
Yeah, HBK did carry that team. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, you go back and watch all the old school wrestling tapes, man, and you sit there watching it, and you were a kid in the '80s, and you're like, dude, I wish I could do that. And you're like,
Mhm.
which one? The blonde headed one, because it was either the blonde dude or the brown dude. And everybody went with the blonde dude because he did the kicks and he did the flips. And Janetti just come in there in a hot tag and did the Ultimate Warrior bounce around thing and the punches. That's all he did. And nothing against Janetti. I think Janetti is a great singles wrestler by himself, especially in the late '90s in WCW and in the Indies down here in Mobile, Alabama. Great guy, nice guy to talk to. Oh, from the Dundee shoot. There you go. He just thinks you the
Josh, I
Dundee.
just texted you the Dundee. Okay, thank you. I'll watch it. I'll watch it and I'll give you my review next week.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, he's tweaking. That's fucking terrible. And there's a couple of people that I try to watch some of their interviews and stuff, and one of them being Trent Acid. I watched some stuff with Trent Acid whenever he was Gonzo. And if you don't know who Trent Acid is, I recommend y'all taking some looks about Trent Acid. One of the originators of the Backstreet Boy or the Backseat Boys. And yeah, he's
Backseat Boys.
yeah. You never heard of Johnny Cashmere and Trent Acid?
No.
Yeah, Johnny
Well, I
Cash.
know Johnny Cash.
Huh?
I know who you talking about. Johnny Cash, the Man in Black, Johnny Cash.
No, Johnny Cashmere. Johnny
Oh,
Cashmere.
Cashmere. Oh, okay.
Johnny
No,
Cashmere and Trent Acid. They were a tag team in CZW called the Backseat Boys. and they were really fucking good, man. Really fucking good. He died a long time ago. Yeah. You took him to Alabama once? You brought Josh here? Why would you do that to that man? That is terrible.
Oh my god, dude! I was like,
And
I
you
was
couldn't
telling
eat
him,
at Jack's? Oh my god. That is the most horrible food in the world, dude. It's like Hardee's meets, um, yeah,
oh,
it's like a watered down Hardee's. Why would you
all I
do that
know
to
is
that man?
it's like it
Oh
was the
my god.
it was the most hillbilly experience I ever had in my life. It was like all I know is he pulls me up to this little chicken shack type of place. Is like, and then we go up to the speaker. All here's what's up, baby, my door. I'm like, all right.
Dude, you know that shit's gonna go fucking viral.
I'm like, even my buddy, even him, he's been coming down here, going down to you guys all his life, and he even looked at me. He's like, "What the fuck did they say?"
All right. So
Good for the
I have
bunches
to ask
on
you, bro.
He's
Uh-huh.
redneck as hell.
I have to ask you this one simple question. Did you go to the one up there in Coleman, Russellville area, or are you talking about further down south? Because I know n- fuck all about Jacks in the South, dude. Because we don't have that crazy, stupid god. I mean, yeah, we don't have that shit down here, man. The closest thing we have down here to that is Wards. That's it.
Walker County.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it makes fucking sense. You're up there in North Alabama, where all the hillbillies live. There you
All I
go.
know is it's like we went down to his aunt, which is because she was considerably younger than him.
Dude, that happens up here, dude. My youngest aunt is 3 years older than I am, maybe 2.
and she answered the door in a towel. Then she comes out later in a crop top and Daisy Dukes. Then we go pick up her friend, and I swear we went. It was like over there somewhere in the mountains and the hills.
It's over
And
yonder, man. It's
all
over
I know is
yonder.
about 30 dogs comes out of nowhere. I see a tree growing through a house.
Yep,
I'm like, oh man, it was.
dude.
It was
That
don't
happens
get
here in
me.
Alabama, man. It happens, bro. I'm telling you.
All I
It
know is I told him if I hear the banjo playing, I was like, dude, I'm getting in the car, I'm driving.
that only
Where I
happens in Wilmer, Alabama. Oh, speaking of which, back in like I
LA,
think it was early
real LA.
2000s, bro. Here in Wilmer, Alabama, a guy got arrested. It was all over the news down here on Channel 10 and Fox and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they were looking for a suspect for molesting animals. They
Really?
found him. They found him. They found him. They found him.
Sheep deep?
No, they found his wallet at the scene of the crime, and they arrested him. And he's like, "I didn't do that." So they took some of his insemination from the poor animal that he molested.
Obviously, DNA would help.
no animal fuckers in my family.
Mine either, dude.
Yeah.
But it was all over the internet. But it sounds like a McMahon story, dude. It was god awful, man. I was like, I remember me and my buddy were watching television, and he goes, "Is that really fucking happening?" I was like, "Yep, yep, that really fucking happened." It was terrible.
Oh my god. There was this one. I mean, I know we're going off subject, but there was one incident in Florida where a couple was getting a little
And his
crazy in the
wallet.
bedroom, and well, she mentioned another guy's name. Well, he decided to go inside of her so deep she ended up bleeding to death. Try explaining that to the cops. This happened in Florida.
Yeah, that sounds like a Florida man story. Yeah, Florida man rape or has sex, kills a woman. Yep, makes sense. Makes fucking sense. Florida man story. That's a Florida man story right there. And another Florida man story is the greatest one is crocodile or alligator bites hand, masturbation at scene, left in decapitation. Explain that shit.
What? Oh Lord.
Only in Florida
Yep.
because of
Florida
reasons.
man, dude. Meth is a terrible drug.
Yes.
But anyway, if you're not listening to Ringside Rants, you're doing life, I'm gonna say right tonight because that's fucked up. I don't care who you are. And
Oh,
we
we
are
have We are at 4 viewers. Yay!
That's the highest we've ever had. Thank you guys for all tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. I love you all. We love you all. I do anyway. I don't know about the other two guys here, but I do love
Yeah,
you
I
all.
like it.
He likes you. He gives you the finger. There you go. Here goes the salute. One gun salute. There you go, pals. But no, seriously, if you're not listening to Ringside Rants, you're doing life wrong. We are food for your ears. Listen to it, man. Drink it up. Because that's what we are. We are food for your fucking soul. We are wrestling embodiment of podcast wrestlings. So services. There you go. Yeah, I know it didn't come out right. I know it didn't come out right. No, it didn't come out right.
Yeah, have a good night.
I'll work on it. I'm gonna work on it, gentlemen. I'm gonna work on it. Yeah, everybody have a good night. I'm gonna continue to work on the things for the closing services. But again, we are food for your ears. Drink it up. I love you all. Have a great night. And I'm
Peace.
gonna end this stream, gentlemen. Boom.